February 27th only on Bounce TV New Orleans. Scan the code to make sure you're all set to see the game. This is a Fox 8 special, the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, with Rob Krieger and Kelsey Davis. Sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
Good evening. I'm Rob Krieger.
And I'm Kelsey Davis, along here with Arthur Hardy. We are live at the L'Oreal Convention Center for the Endymion Extravaganza 2024. It's getting crazy in here, y'all.
Oh, man, it is wonderful in here, but the route is shoulder to shoulder through Mid-City and into downtown. It is going to be a great night. The convention center is packed, and we're here to give you a look inside of the party without even leaving the comfort of your cozy couch.
Exactly, and Bruce Katz and Meg Gatto are live at Gallier Hall, where you can see the party and how it's rocking there. Also, just a few moments ago, or just not too long ago, I guess I should say, for the first time ever, the Ed Munez tribute float passed Gallier Hall. This float honors the late captain and founder of the Endymion crew. Today would have actually been his birthday.
That's right. Happy birthday, Ed. Happy birthday, Endymion.
Yes, and it's such a great thing that the crew has done to honor Ed Munez, the longest-serving captain in all of Carnival.
57 years, founder and captain. There'll be some special tributes inside the convention center.
Absolutely.
The coverage tonight.
And hey, if you want a close-up view of what it's like to be in the parade, we've got the Fox 8 Storm Tracker riding along with all the rest of Endymion. We're right in front of Mississippi Valley University's Mean Green Marching Machine Band. And you can see it looks like a little bit of a slowdown there, but they're definitely making their way to the convention center here, and it is going to be a wonderful night. Look at the crowds out there having a good time.
That's right, Rob. They'll be moving again in no time. And Olivia Vidal and Garland Gillen are on the floor of the convention center, dodging beads and other crazy light-up throws this year, giving you an up-close look at the floats and those bands as they march into the convention center.
All right, let's send it out now to Meg Gatto and Bruce Katz on the route right now in front of Gallier Hall. What's it like out there, y'all?
Well, you guys touched on it. You said it's shoulder to shoulder out here, and we can attest to that, right, Bruce? There are so many people here. I would say it's about 5-6 deep in the crowd of people. So excited to see this wonderful Endymion parade. We've got the maze of Endymion passing behind us right now.
Right, and I'll tell you, the bleachers are totally full right now. We've only seen the maids come by. The big floats are getting ready to come by, and the bands have been phenomenal here. We had the toast of the captain, of course, Endymion Munez. This is his first parade without being captain. He passed away, but they're honoring him, and today's his birthday, so I'll tell you, it's going to be a great time tonight.
And wait till you guys see this float that they erected in honor of Ed Munez. They've got a lifelike statue of him on the front of the float. It really is very realistic looking, Bruce. I mean, obviously, he founded Endymion. He did so much for this crew. This is the crew's 58th year riding through the streets of New Orleans, and Ed Munez is really the one to credit for all of it.
Absolutely. 57 years as a captain. I mean, think about that. 57 years. This was his love, and he's built it into this monolith, which is just Endymion. That's all you can say.
Just a few minutes ago, we also had the two co-grand marshals pass behind us here at Gallier Hall. This year, the crew took a little bit of a unique stance. Instead of a celebrity, they chose two co-grand marshals, the new NOPD chief, Ann Kirkpatrick, and the city's CAO, Gilbert Montano. So they stopped here at Gallier. They were toasted to by some members of the New Orleans City Council, including Helena Moreno and Oliver Thomas, who are out here tonight. And they both said this is an honor of a lifetime to be able to roll in Endymion, to ride with this crew. I mean, who wouldn't want this experience?
No, I actually, during Senator Gras, I emceed it, and I had the opportunity to interview her in front of the crowds. And I said, Chief, you've been to so many different precincts in so many cities. What do you think about this? And she was speechless. I heard about it. I've seen it on the news, but to see it in person, she was blown away, and she was up there having a great time.
Yeah, I mean, obviously she is not from here. She's never experienced Mardi Gras before. She said she'd never been to Mardi Gras. So to have your first Mardi Gras, you riding in Endymion, it's pretty special. We've also had a chance to hear from a number of the marching bands tonight. We've heard from Alcorn State. Talladega also played for us. In fact, St. Aug is right over my shoulder here. As soon as they start marching by us and start playing, we'll step out so you can take a listen to them. But they're a little bit on a pause at the moment.
That's right. I'll tell you, all the dignitaries are across the street from us. Helena Moreno, she has been toasting. She has been emceeing it. And I'll tell you, tonight is a beautiful night weather-wise. You know, we were a bit concerned a little bit, but I was cautiously optimistic. And people today came and said, Bruce, you were cautiously optimistic. And I said, I was. Fortunately, it worked out, and tonight, beautiful night for a parade.
I know. I mean, we've been saying all week long that, you know, we're worried about the chance for rain, but you called it, Bruce. You told the crew captains, do not move these parades. We're going to be okay, and it all worked out. It's a little windy, but not too bad. No,
not at all. I'll tell you, tonight is a beautiful night, and all the riders are just elated. The weather's just amazing.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully the parade will start rolling again here behind us. We're on a little bit of a lull at the moment. That's okay. You know, they're moving at a pretty good pace, I have to say.
No, they are. They are. Right now, we have a bit of a stop, but the maids over here are getting ready to roll in just a minute. But those are the floats that came by, and then we're going to eventually have, once again, St. August going to play, and then, Meg, here come the big floats not far down the street.
Bruce, let's talk about how much this crew has grown over the years. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing to watch. The floats that have the LED lights and some of the different, you know, high-tech elements to them. I mean, it's just incredible the amount of technology they've been able to incorporate into these floats.
You know, I talked to Barry Kern. You know, Kern Studios makes all these floats, and I said, Barry, how can you make this bigger and better? He said, we're always looking for new ways. And the LED lights, and even the TV screens that are on the actual floats, it's just amazing, the definition, the painting of the floats, all the props. It's getting better and better and better.
That's actually something I noticed when the Co-Grand Marshal float came by us with Gilbert Montano and Chief Kirkpatrick. I mean, on the very front of that float, they had this massive screen. I've never seen a screen so big in my life. It encompassed the entire front of the float.
It did.
And it was flashing their names and happy Mardi Gras. It was amazing to see.
It was amazing. And I mean, bright and cheery, and just, the floats are just, every year they seem to get better, Meg.
All right, well, as we wait for Endymion to continue to roll here at Gallier Hall, we're going to send it back to the Convention Center with a look at the party there.
Hey, guys.
Oh, man, it is rocking in here in the Convention Center. Looks like they're having fun out there as they wait for those floats to go by on the maids. We got the Wise Guys playing behind us here.
Great
knocking
band.
it down right now. And I got to say, I mean, there are thousands of people already in the Convention Center.
Absolutely.
And the fun is almost yet to begin.
That parade stopping at Gallier Hall, you know, Endymion had to really fight hard to get that route. They weren't initially supposed to pass Gallier Hall, which is a tradition. Since 1857, crews have stopped there to toast the city officials and dignitaries. But luckily, something has worked out. So it's a really big deal for them to be on that route.
And I have to just say, Rob, we have to acknowledge that you are absolutely, in fact, but Bruce Katz was coming for you.
How about that? I know. You see that Bruce Katz joint?
Bruce Katz with that purple velvet.
Yeah. Well, I do have to say, I actually tried that tuxedo on at Tuxedos to Go, and Bruce, I wanted to make sure Bruce could get the one he wanted. So I went with, I don't know, I couldn't pass this one up.
I mean,
this is the pants match the lapel
and matching socks.
Right? They may not.
Exactly. He has pink socks
they got
on.
Pink socks.
I mean,
we're ready. Yeah. No, it's
my guy came
going
with
to be
it
a
on
night.
tonight.
All right, well, you know who's out there having a lot of fun, and who I know they look just as fire, if not more fire.
They look fire tonight for sure.
Garland Gillen and Olivia Vidal out on the dance floor, cutting a rug yet?
Folks are starting to make their way inside the convention center. They're also moving and grooving to the Wise Guys who are on stage right now.
Yeah, I'm not dancing just yet, okay? It's a little early in the night.
We'll get you moving, don't worry.
I know, I can be kind of a stick in the mud sometimes, but we'll get it heating up a little later. I know, we're talking about the clothes here. I'm going with the kind of like maroon velvet. I know that Rob's got the pink, and Bruce has the purple.
But I like it. I like the nice velvet color on you. Red would kind of coordinate, so it works out.
2 years ago, I wore black, and I got like hounded by everyone that I was too boring.
Yeah, you got to.
So we're gonna amp it up a little this year.
I want Tommy, if you can show the crowd, the people tonight, they look amazing. And listen, I got to say, where do they find all of these gowns and suits? Because everyone is dressed up. They bring in the glitz. They're bringing the glamour, the light-up shoes. They're here to have fun tonight, and that is what we're going to have tonight as well. We're going to have so much fun here at the Endymion Extravaganza.
Well, you already pointed this out, is that the light-up shoes, like years ago, the women were in heels, like stilettos and everything like that. Now they're getting a little wiser here. Okay, now we do have the light shoes. A lot of women are wearing high-top sneakers.
Yes.
I mean, you know, you got some very comfortable shoes there.
A sensible shoe is so important during Mardi Gras season. That is why I brought out these gold bad boy light-up shoes for the dance floor, of course.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, that's no doubt. And I see the men and the women. I'll tell you one thing. You and I were on the floor last year at this time.
Yes.
Amazing how much things changed in 1 year. Think about this. Last year, you and I were staying right here. We're interviewing the Grand Marshal of Endymion. Was Willie Fritz, the head football coach at Tulane. He has now gone to the University of Houston, okay? You blink an eye, things change in this town, okay? In football and Endymion life.
That's
just
right.
got to roll with the punches there, you know?
That's what Mardi Gras is all about, the good kind of positive changes that take place and how things move forward. People come to this city, they like to party and have fun during the Mardi Gras season, and that's evident here in the convention center tonight. We're going to have a good Sting is playing tonight, followed by Flo Rida. I mean, this dance floor is about to be bumping.
Well, I'm a little worried. My bedtime's usually like 11 o'clock. You're a little younger than me, so like, you can go out to like 3 or 4 in the morning, right?
I work the morning shift, Garland. I go to bed at 8 p.m. It's already past my bedtime.
Well,
this is late night for me.
I know. I've been drinking a lot of Coke Zeros, Diet Dr. Peppers. We're going to make it
Slow down there, Garland. Slow down. We got a long night. Let's bring it back to Rob and Kelsey back on that riser. How's the view from the bird's nest?
Oh, man, it looks great. So the mixing Coke Zero and Diet Dr. Pepper, that's a new one for me.
Yeah.
But I know they're out there having a good time. And that dance floor is going to fill up when Sting gets there. There's going to be people saying, hey, don't stand so close to me.
You had to sing. You had to sing.
Someone's going to sing tonight.
I know. And just a quick reminder, you can get a behind-the-scenes look at Endymion by following us on social media. We're at Fox 8 NOLA, pretty much on all platforms. And if you're watching the coverage from home, be sure to tell us that you're watching and where you're watching from. I know last year we had people watching from all over the world, so be sure to let us know where you're watching from, be it New Orleans, Metairie, Kenner. We had some people in Europe last year, right, Arthur, watching us?
My daughter's in Norway. I think she's probably watching.
She's watching?
Yes.
Oh, that's
I
excellent.
sure hope so. A little early for her, but I hope so.
Yeah, so go on Instagram and Facebook. We'll have all the behind-the-scenes stuff. We got our man Marshawn out here, and he's been running around showing what it looks like to be at the Extravaganza. And like Kelsey said, let us know where you're watching from. Tell us your name. And
yes, we'll give you a shout out.
our amazing producers behind the scene, we've got Caitlin and Dana there. They're going to let us know so we can give you a shout out because we're here for the next 3 hours, and it's going to be an amazing time. We are going to be showing you this incredible parade. Arthur, I'm excited to see these themed floats. The theme this year, silence. Are golden.
Yep. Kind of a play on words. Silence is golden.
Yeah.
These are silents, and they're silent movies, classical silent movies.
And
It's beautiful parade. I've seen the floats. Designer Henri Schindler came up with this idea, and Manuel Ponce did the designs, and of course, Current Studios executed the floats. And each one tells a story. Of course, we'll explain some of that as it goes. But just a very unique theme. Not just fun, but educational. You have to learn something.
And I think a lot of you at home are going to be surprised by the number of silent films that you actually have heard of.
Exactly.
It was about a 30-year period of time where
that's all we had.
Movies were just pictures.
Yes.
And until the invention of, adding the sound into it. The talkies.
Yes.
Yep.
This was all they had. And it really some incredible work. A couple of directors that you may know.
Yep.
Cecil B. DeMille.
Yes.
You know that one. Ready for your close-up.
Yep, and many of these movies were remade, as talkies later on, but you will recognize them. It's just a beautiful parade, and can't wait to see it inside in person.
And then, of course, along with the title or the themed floats that we'll be seeing. We'll also see those classic floats that you see every single year for Endymion, the ones that people look forward to.
Signature floats.
Oh,
We've got
absolutely.
about half a dozen of those.
That are incredible.
The biggest one, the Pontchartrain Beach float.
Yes.
And that's when you get the hamburgers and onions.
Yes, the smells.
And cotton candy smells wonderful. It really is.
I want to know how they do that. Where do you get the cotton? I mean, the cotton candy smell.
That's a secret.
But the hamburger and onion smell. Is someone cooking
Can
underneath
you
that
imagine
float?
being on one of those units and
And that's all
smelling
you
that cotton candy for hours?
3 hours, 6 hours of that, yeah.
I don't know. I could go for a hamburger.
I know. Actually, I could eat a hamburger right now, too.
Can we beg for food? I guess not.
I know.
No, we can certainly beg for food.
Can we?
I think we
Is that
definitely can. Yeah, that's
Is that
definitely
allowed?
allowed. There's people down here. Hey, we'll get some potatoes.
Yeah, but they're not watching us. They're watching us.
But you all are watching us, and we're thrilled that Endymion has had just an absolutely gorgeous day.
Yes.
The weather has been picture perfect. I had an opportunity, I know you were out there too, Arthur, to drive around Mid-City a little bit this morning and seeing the families lined up on the neutral ground, near the streetcar down Canal Street. It is just... It just warms your heart to see so many families come into the city and enjoying this banner parade.
And a week ago, there was some question about some rain tonight.
Yes.
And up until a couple of nights ago, we weren't really sure, but rain-free. And I was out in Mid-City early this morning just to see if the Parkway Commission was going to keep its promise and remove all those... Didn't happen.
No,
I think they surrendered.
So much to move, right?
Yeah,
So many people are out there early.
Then there were people there last night who spent the night. So they're diehards out there. We see the maids moving through downtown. They're heading down St. Charles. Let's get back down to our roving reporters, Olivia Vidal and the one, the only, Garland Gillen.
Well, hello, Rob. Hello, Kelsey. This is Victor Howell, who used to be a sports anchor at WAP in Baton Rouge, our Gray affiliate in Baton Rouge. But he's got a good story to tell because he is not riding this year. He's in a tuxedo. Lay it all out for us, Victor.
So I was fortunate enough to be with the Baton Rouge Yats, and our float is the one that says Endymion welcomes you to the Mardi Gras. And I was a lieutenant with Dick Lee in the Baton Rouge Yats for the better part of 24 years. But then life happens, and we were blessed with identical triplets. So guess what? Endymion and riding in the parade went bye-bye to food, diapers, and raising girls. So this is actually my first extravaganza not coming in.
What's it like?
It's great. Everything about Mardi Gras is so uniquely New Orleans. It's so much fun to share. But to see everybody on this side, and we watch y'all on the streams back at home with the girls, but to see everybody all dressed up, having such a great time. We always talk about being on the float. There's nothing like riding into the Dome, or this year in the Convention Center, and seeing everybody dressed like this, ready to have a party. It's such a great celebration. Thank goodness the weather held off today. It was a great ride, hopefully for them. We're looking forward to seeing them.
It's a totally different experience here inside the Endymion Extravaganza versus riding in the parade.
Oh, absolutely. Just stay and wait. But see everybody share it, walking up and down. Man, the band started an hour ago, and you're like, yeah, we'll be here till about, 2:30, 3 o'clock, Flo Rida and Sting. But yeah, it's so great to share all this with so many people, having a good time for one purpose, just to celebrate and have fun. And what Dan Kelly and the crew of Endymion do year after year after year to put on this party is remarkable.
And usually when the riders come in, they're totally worn out. They're kind of broken down. Tell me how that feeling is when you're doing it for 5 hours.
Right. Now, I did come into convention a couple times on my ride during previous Superdome renovations, but I'll tell you what they're doing right now. The front of the parade is already on Julia. They're waiting, right? So, yes, the riders are exhausted. It's been a long day. I'll tell you what they're doing. They are reloading because what you wait for is this moment. Now, I can speak more from going into the Dome, but that's where your people are, right? That's where your friends, your family. So I'm telling you, they're down there throwing all the trash overboard, reloading those hooks. Wow. Because when they come through that door, it is non-stop until you see your friends, until you exit the other way, and it is over. But they are loading up, ready to see everybody in here.
So that folks in here get the experience as if they were on the parade route, but it's like 10 times better because they're looking out for their family and their friends.
Absolutely, and you feel like everybody's family and friends on the ride. I got to tell you a quick story. I had a chance to see Irish today. Beautiful, beautiful parade, right? And one of their themed floats was Australia and Beverly Hills. And I was standing next to a guy on the street, and he's with his wife, and he goes, Australia and Beverly Hills. That doesn't make any sense. And I wanted to go, this is Mardi Gras. None of this makes sense. We're throwing trinkets and footballs and shoes and purses.
And that's why we love it.
You're worried about that? I mean, come on. It's such a great time. But that's what it's all about, having so much fun.
I got to give a shout out. We got the memo. We got the memo down here. Victor and I got the memo with the light up shoes. For the extravaganza, Garland.
I know I'm boring. I know I'm boring.
What do the young ones say? We got the assignment. We knew the assignment.
That's it. We got this. We knew the assignment. We got the memo.
And I want to tell you, if you don't mind, because I know Arthur's on the other side. They moved him back this year, I know. But I did want to say, I had a chance to say hi to him earlier. My grandfather, Rene Luop, his society orchestra was Rex's band for years. And my grandfather, I just found out from Arthur, hired him as a music instructor back in 1970. So even Mardi Gras, bringing people together and sharing stories, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? It was so much fun.
Arthur's up there. You want to give him a shout out?
Arthur, it was so great talking to you. I hope you're a lot safer where you are there than where you've been in the past. And I wish you all the best of luck. I got bead bags if you need them, and I got your back if you need that too.
We're going to need Victor's height, the blocks and stuff, because I'm about to get pummeled here in a second.
You are, but it's a good time.
Thanks, Victor. Have fun.
Happy Mardi Gras, happy Mardi Gras. It's great to see y'all. Thank you.
All right, Kelsey, Robin, Arthur, back to you on the riser.
Oh, I love that, Arthur. How about that, huh?
Great.
And you can tell Victor's a former sports guy, too.
Yes,
he definitely knows how to talk. And Arthur, you and I had the opportunity last year, I believe, to learn more about the float that he's on.
Yeah.
The crew of the Yachts there.
There are a lot of riders from out of town in Endymion, but this is the only group I know who has its own float, the Baton Rouge Yachts.
And its own newsletter.
Yeah. I mean, this is a big deal. It really is. And Endymion is more than just New Orleans, right?
Yes, it is. It brings people from all over, and man, it's just one of those parades that I remember as a kid going to, and it's hard to forget. So it's going to be a great night tonight. We're just getting underway.
I know, and we keep saying, you're Endymion more than just New Orleans. So again, if you're watching from wherever, let us know on social media. Give us your name, where you're from, and we'll give you a shout out on there. We love that you're watching this fun with us. And you don't have to leave your couch to be a part of the fun. So
join us.
All right. Well, we will have a whole lot more from the Endymion Extravaganza 2024 here live at the L'Oreal Convention Center when we come back.
We didn't always get around this way, but when our car insurance got too pricey, we went from 4 wheels to 3, which isn't always easy.
Great job. Everyone's doing a great job.
Especially on road trips.
Turn left in 11 miles.
But now that we found affordable insurance, we're back to the good old days.
With a super low down payment to get started, Direct Auto lets you stop compromising and keep driving.
When you need to get the job done, Fleet Supply Warehouse has you covered. With one call or one click, we get to work helping you. Our 63,000 square foot warehouse is well stocked with filters, batteries, belts, water purification systems, and more from all the brands you trust. With daily delivery routes across South Louisiana and fast shipping, we'll get you the products you need when you need them. Call or go to FleetSupplyWarehouse.com to find out why we've been trusted to get the job done for 50 years.
My grandpa was always telling me about it.
But the civil rights thing happened like a million years ago.
Still, he thought it was important that I know what it was like.
So we followed the civil rights trail to Alabama. We saw Dr. King's church,
the bridge in Selma, the church in Birmingham, and I finally knew what he was talking about.
Some things you just have to experience for yourself.
Start your civil rights journey at alabama.travel.
Get complete Mardi Gras coverage across the metro area. Tuesday, starting at 4 a.m. on the Fox 8 Morning Edition.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 475-2323.
We've been the home for healthcare in Metairie since your dad was king of the diamond. And we proudly deliver healthcare with heart to everyone who lives in the East. We keep hearts healthy and strong on the North Shore. And we've been the heart of healthcare on the West Bank for generations. You know us by different names, but we're one big family called LCMC Health. 8 hospitals, 1 promise, keeping you well.
Okay, when you hit that, it's a trifecta. Money, money, money. No.
That's a parlay, people. Listen, you need to pay attention.
Because once you lay down the money, it's the final bet.
That's right. Get schooled on all the hot tips and tricks on the final bet.
Watch Pelicans basketball right here on Fox 8.
Watch the NOLA Now Book Club Mondays at 11 a.m. on NOLA Now.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 475-2323.
You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
And good evening. We'll get right back out to the Endymion Extravaganza here, but all eyes have been watching the forecast. We have been really quiet out there, and you can see where the beginning of the parade is, where our storm tracker is coming down Tchoupitoulas, on the corner of Tchoupitoulas and Lafayette, headed for the convention center. So not too far from now, they'll make their way into the convention center. But the weather has been picture perfect for today. You can see just a few clouds have been rolling through. All the weather has stayed to the north, which is great. We haven't had any rain to contend with, but that is not the story as we head into Sunday. Unfortunately, we do have a chance for severe storms, a level 2 out of 5 for your Sunday and into Sunday night. So let's walk through this and how this could go for you heading into Sunday if you're heading out to any parades. As we head into tonight, it is all very quiet. We've gotten so lucky for today. But for tomorrow, we are looking at some more scattered rain and thunderstorms. Notice here that the radar is going to start lighting up a little bit with some showers and thunderstorms, and through the afternoon, it is going to be really warm and kind of muggy. Dew points in the upper 60s to around 70. Notice a lot of the stronger storms trying to stay to the north, but we have the ingredients here that if we see a storm pop up, 1 or 2 could become strong to severe. So we're going to follow these intently for you, and you're going to want to keep that Fox 8 radar app handy so you can follow these storms as they roll through and make sure they're not rolling over your parade, because we're going to follow the lightning as well. As we head into the evening hours, models are really showing a little bit of a break, which is great for Bacchus. But then another line of storms wants to move through. They can move through off towards the east of us or possibly farther west. We'll really need to watch where this starts to line up, and this is all from this cold front moving in, again, heading into tomorrow night into Monday morning. So hopefully we can get these storms mostly after midnight, after the parades, but they are going to linger as we head into Monday morning, and then we're going to turn cooler for Lundi Gras. In terms of the rain potential heading into tomorrow, this is not a real rainy signal, which is good. You could get a brief downpour here and there, but this is not going to be necessarily a rainy day for you, and you can see here the percentages of rain. Anytime you see a chance for rain is a chance for lightning. So keep that Fox 8 radar app handy, and it'll let you know if you turn your location on whether you have lightning near you. Heading into Lundi Gras, temperatures fall through the day. If you're heading to the parades in the evening, then make sure you take maybe a few layers. It's going to be a little chilly and breezy. And on Mardi Gras, temperatures back into the upper 50s with some sun. Let's head back out to the Endymion Extravaganza with Kelsey and Rob.
Welcome back to the Convention Center. It's a lovely day.
It's been a lovely day. It's going to keep being a lovely day. And we got a couple shout-outs, people watching in different parts of the state. We got Kenny and Laura from Lafayette watching. Those are some friends of Olivia Vidal's. And we got Rachel Finney and Baton Rouge. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate
Hey, Rachel.
You guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And my wife is watching in Mandeville, Louisiana.
Mandeville. Yes. Oh, yes. I hailed from there. Yes, I've heard of it. That's fantastic. This is always such an amazing night because you get so many people experiencing this parade in so many different ways. Right out there on the route, you know, in Mid-City, really the only parade that carnival that goes through Mid-City. You have people experiencing there in the grandstands by Gallier Hall. You have the Extravaganza, which is always unlike any other experience. And then, of course, you have everybody at home that gets a look at every single point of the parade. And we're going to make sure to bring you as much of this parade as we possibly can. The bands are always a huge hit.
It's like we're on the move again, Rob Krieger. So some good news that the parade's on the move again. And just want to also note that we're back at the Convention Center this year, Arthur, the Superdome under renovations, in preparations now for Super Bowl 2025, which is now basically under a year away.
Right, yeah.
So they got a lot of work to do in a very small frame of time. So Endymion's here for one more year, I'm guessing.
Oh, no,
We'll be back.
this is it. We're back.
We're back in the Dome next year, right?
Oh, yeah, and it's going to be a wonderful experience. It'll be after the Super Bowl, obviously.
Yes,
this next
Mardi Gras
time.
late next
But
year.
the Superdome is going to be just an incredible experience there. I see the maids still going by Gallier Hall. I think we're kind of the Storm Tracker's right in front of a couple in front of the maids there, so we should see them kicking off a little bit, and then we're going to have the ride come straight into the convention center. Yep. But as I was saying, Arthur, and I know one of your favorite parts of any parade, the marching
Oh,
band.
absolutely. And they march straight on without being in between floats. So we got to see about 10 minutes. You mentioned about Mid-City. That was not a guarantee that they would be back in Mid-City. That was hoped for. Thankfully, things worked out. I mean, this parade belongs in Mid-City. Yeah. It actually doesn't work uptown. It's just too big for uptown.
Yeah, those floats can't turn, and the streets are too narrow, right?
It's outgrown any route except the Mid-City route. So
but it's nice to have something there because so many people love that area.
It's a 6-mile picnic.
It really is.
Yeah, it's great.
And you know, back in 1967, when Endymion first started there near the fairgrounds, where Ed Munez grew up.
Yes, it did.
Near Desay and Trafalgar.
That's exactly. And
I learned this, Arthur, that the very first ride, the paper had misprinted the starting location.
Yeah, they had it starting at
so they were worried that there wouldn't be crowds.
And Ed said, "Oh my God, there's nobody here," but they were about 8 blocks up. And he was so smart. He had every sportscaster, radio, TV, newspaper in town riding convertibles, doing that, talking about the parade before, during, and after. And he was a visionary, promoter from day one.
Hey, think of that. You know, you want some promotion for your parade. I guess you ask people on TV to ride in it.
And you also talk about how small this crew was starting out. A few dozen to a couple under 200.
He had, I think, 167.
155, I believe. Yeah, that was
rented Carrollton floats. Wow. And I did see that parade. This was 10 years before the Mardi Gras guy was born. And it was a, neighborhood parade. No one knew. Ed didn't know what he was going to develop into, but he was a visionary, and here we are today, you know.
And what's funny, too, the name Endymion kind of came by chance.
Yeah.
Or maybe by stake at the fairgrounds when Ed Munez cashed in a ticket on a horse at I believe it was the New Orleans Handicap.
Correct.
And he was between Bacchus and Endymion.
Yeah, he's told me, and I guess it's true, why would he lie, that he went to the library looking up mythological names. This is before Bacchus, remember?
Sure, yeah.
Endymion is older. And it came down to those two, and then when he cashed in a ticket at the fairgrounds, he said, it's Endymion.
That's the one,
Endymion, and then Bacchus was later used a
few
years
later. Couple years later. Yeah. So there's a special tribute to that horse.
Yes.
Coming off the floats tonight in 40,000 stuffed crows. I think we have one here.
Oh, do we?
I don't know if we have one. We're going to show you throughout the night for sure.
We'll show you that and some of the other throws. But right now we want to get a check on what's happening over at Gallier Hall.
Where they may be catching some throws.
Yeah, with Meg Gatto and Bruce Katz. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. You know, you mentioned Bruce's purple tux. I have to say that Bruce told me earlier in the week he was wearing a purple tux tonight. I thought you were joking, Bruce.
Right.
You know, we tend to be a little bit more casual out here at Gallier Hall. So when you showed up, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's in a purple tux. You're giving Rob Krieger a run for his money, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're going to have a great time tonight. You know, I'm surprised that we've had such a delay, though.
Yeah, but look, it's moving again.
It is moving again.
It's actually moving again, guys. So you're seeing live here behind us at Gallier Hall. Look, the maids are rolling, and we've got the band here that's about to hopefully start playing. You know, the good news about being at Gallier Hall is there's a DJ here. So the crowd at Gallier really has not noticed that much of a difference as far as music-wise because they've been able to hear the DJ play during this lull in the parade. And look, we've got actually a very special treat behind us. St. Aug is about to start playing.
The band that everyone comes to love.
Yep.
They're amazing. St. Aug Marching Band.
City Council President Helena Moreno is actually introducing them as we speak. And here they come. We're going to be quiet for a minute so you can listen in to St. Aug.
And you know, Meg, the one thing is, at Gallier Hall, all the bands play.
Exactly. It's the place to be to hear the bands.
It is the place to be.
Okay, here we go.
Nothing like it. Just got to meet the drum major. A shout out to the drum majors making it through Gallier Hall.
are those young men. And the fact that this is not the only parade they're going to be marching in tonight, I mean, they are busy, busy, busy this Mardi Gras season.
You know, when you look at these students who march in so many parades, they love it, but it's exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they just, you know, they do such a great job. So many students in St. Arms go on to bigger and better things in music. Yeah. It is such an honor to get into that band. And people love them. They played all over the United States. I mean, big parades, Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. They played Superdome. They played Saints games. It's amazing.
All right, you're taking a live look now at the Endymion letters marching past Gallier Hall here tonight. Okay, here is the Queen of Endymion coming up now behind us. The Queen of Endymion, who will be toasted to at Gallier Hall.
Your Majesty, to welcome you to Gallier Hall as we toast you and celebrate you on this very special night where Endymion reigns through the streets of New Orleans.
So here we have the Queen. She is going to toast Helena Moreno and the City Council here at Gallier Hall. Look at the costume. The costume is just beautiful.
Oh, and this costume takes almost a year to make. I mean, months and months. This is all made by hand. Rob Krieger actually did a story a couple of years ago with the family that makes a lot of these elaborate headpieces and costumes, and it's amazing to see the behind-the-scenes action at, you know, just how long it takes and the design that goes into it and the planning and the care. It's incredible.
It is. It is amazing. Let's see if we can listen in.
Thank you so much. You know, it's really been such an honor to be part of such an incredible crew and such an amazing tradition. Happy Mardi Gras to everyone, and hail Endymion!
All right, this year's Queen, Sydney Caroline Raymond.
And there she is, the Queen of Endymion. And interestingly enough, the King is chosen at the coronation ball. The King is chosen by the Queen.
Yes.
And it could be an everyday rider. It's not a monarch. It's not a famous person. It's somebody in the group. And all the names go in a hat, and the Queen picks it. And this year, the King had no idea until about a month ago he was going to be King of Endymion.
One of the most unique things about Endymion, and this year's King, I think he's only something like 24 years old. What an honor. At such a young age, yeah.
The floats are just absolutely amazing.
Andrew Patari is this year's King. Andrew Patari. And here he comes right now, rolling up to Gallier Hall.
And speaking of the King, here he comes.
Yep. And he will also be toasted to by the dignitaries here at Gallier Hall.
Your Majesty, what an honor to have you before Gallier Hall today. On behalf of the City of New Orleans, the New Orleans City Council.
All right, here's the King, Andrew Patari.
All that this amazing crew has done for the City of New Orleans and how much you all have supported our first responders. We hope that you have a beautiful night raining over the streets of New Orleans.
It's what an honor to be elected on this beautiful day and with this amazing organization. Thank you, Helena, for all your leadership for the city. Along with the first responders, to get us back to Gallier Hall. This is a moment that we long live. We will love and everything. Today is a very special day, and with this organization that will forever live in our hearts, as today is the first day that we wrote without Ed Nunez, and today is his birthday. So this toast that I'm about to do will be for Ed and for the City of New Orleans. All hail Ed! All hail Ed Nunez, and all hail Endymion!
Your Majesty, would you mind if all of us here at Gallier Hall sing happy birthday to Mr. Nunez?
Yes.
All right. He must know what it meant a lot to this entire region, which you mentioned first year that he was on, but we should
crowd here at Gallier Hall sing happy birthday to founder Ed Muniz. He passed away last year. Obviously, he founded Endymion and put so much love and care into this crew. And, you know, there have been a lot of tributes tonight to Ed. The King this year, obviously recognizing him in his speech, and Helena Moreno asking the crowd to sing happy birthday here at Gallier Hall, which they just did.
How ironic is it?
Yes.
When his birthday,
it's his birthday,
on
right.
the first one. Just amazing.
Yep.
Just amazing.
All right, coming up behind the King of Endymion is the Warren Easton High School Marching Band. Okay, here comes Warren Easton, and hopefully they'll play for us.
Yes.
Warren Easton Eagles.
Warren Easton Eagles. And we're going to hear him play.
Of the Endymion Parade and tonight's Endymion Extravaganza coming up right after this break. Stay with us.
Let's give it up one more time for the Warren Easton Eagles.
Fox 8 men's formal wear for the Endymion Extravaganza, provided by Tuxedos to Go.
Bank Plus keeps life moving. Because 99% of banking doesn't happen at the bank. Or at least it shouldn't. We're doing our best job when you don't have to think about it.
Let's make an offer.
When all you see is possibility.
We expand the kitchen in there. We'll make it all back in 6 months.
And you don't have to ask. Because life sure doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really bad.
And we're here for it. All of it.
Weird, but beautiful.
Bank Plus. It's more than a name. It's a promise.
I gotta do the Kick of Destiny again.
What?
But this time, fans can pick if I'll make or miss.
Interesting.
And right now, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win.
Let's do it.
Wait, what about him? The FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2 live Super Bowl Sunday.
I'm pregnant.
We're the place babies come from. And the place you take your kids when they need care. The place your neighbor is learning to provide the next generation of care. And the place your cousin took your auntie to help her get back on her feet. You know us by different names, but we're one big family called LCMC Health. 8 hospitals, 1 promise, keeping you well.
Never miss the final play on Fox 8, and you'll never miss the action.
Juan Kincaid and the Fox 8 sports team have all the biggest plays and the biggest news from the world of sports.
Remember, it's not final until it's on the final play every Sunday night on Fox 8.
Tails are spreading their wings and catching air, landing in the Big Apple to take on Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks. Don't miss a minute of the action.
Catch a great deal this Mardi Gras at Rainbow North Shore Buick GMC. Save on a great selection of new Buicks with 0.9% financing, along with other generous incentives like $3,500 purchase allowance and no payments for 90 days. At Rainbow North Shore Buick GMC. Real people, real deals.
I heard Mega Wine just celebrated its 3-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. So that would make us 10 years older than Martin's.
Well, actually, we've been around since 1946, so that would make us...
You know, math was never my strong suit.
78 years old.
I'm Jackie Maloney, candidate for judge in Jefferson Parish. I was born in Metairie. I went to Mount Carmel Academy, and I worked 2 jobs to put myself through UNO and Tulane Law School. I lost my husband when my son was only 3 years old. Public safety is my top priority. I have put more criminals in jail in Jefferson Parish than both of my opponents combined. I have the experience, and I'm the right choice for judge. On March 23rd, vote for me, Jackie Maloney, for judge.
During severe weather, every second counts. Fox 8 utilizes 2 complete state-of-the-art weather systems, keeping you ahead of the storm and giving you that crucial time needed if your neighborhood is in danger. Stay safe, stay weather aware, stay with Fox 8, your weather authority.
At Investigate TV Plus, we always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story, something that feels helpful.
You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beads by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
Bruce Katz here with Meg Gatto. We are live on Gallier Hall, St. Charles Avenue, just passing by the Brother Martin Band. And coming up, we have got Endymion Welcome to the Mardi Gras. This is a huge float, huge float.
I think this one is 2 or 3 parts, Bruce, 2 or 3 tandems here with so many riders. It's incredible just how many riders are in this tonight. 3,200 riders.
You know, that one float, there's probably 250, 300.
Yes.
It's amazing. Yeah. The intricate, look at the design, the lights, just amazing.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about the technology that Endymion utilizes for their floats. We've got the jester head that's actually moving, turning side to side, and then all of those different lights lighting up the float. I mean, it's gorgeous to see.
Absolutely. Look at the lights above the riders, blinking different colors.
Yeah.
All the different colors, shades. It's amazing.
They're being very generous tonight with their throws, too. We've seen not only beads, but cups and plush toys, all kinds of things, frisbees, anything you can think of, that's what they're throwing.
Endymion, they throw.
They're trying to actually reach us up here on the riser. Let's see. Oh, I got it! I got it! Thank you!
And they're throwing to us. It's kind of a long throw, but hey, man, you got some nice beats.
I did get some nice beats, yeah. I know, they've been trying, but, you know, we're kind of high up here on the riser, so we're not exactly getting pelted like if we were in the convention center or the Superdome. Those guys got it real bad.
All right, coming up, St. Mary's Academy, their band and their flags. They'll be playing for us as well. Again, Gallier Hall, the place to be. They play every band in front of Gallier Hall.
You know, and I think because of the stoppage for so long, Bruce, it seems like they're trying to kind of speed up a little bit here tonight. So, you know, all of these crew members and obviously all the kids and the marching bands aren't just out here all night long. But
and there are really no holes in the parades either. Now it's all caught up.
All right,
let's listen in.
Let's listen in. I know all these kids are doing such a great job tonight, Bruce. St. Mary's Academy, located in New Orleans East. They're doing a wonderful job tonight. All right, behind St. St. Mary's Academy Marching Band, we've got the float number 10, which is the title float. And keep in mind there are 36 floats, so we've got a ways to go tonight.
It's going to be a long night.
Yes.
Extravaganza, even though we're all
I know they've already got the party started in there, though.
I don't know how Ryan Brigger and Kelsey Davis do it. They're in bed by 8 o'clock.
I know.
They'll be up till 4 in the morning.
It is a little late for them, right? It's past their bedtime.
Exactly.
And Olivia Vidal, too.
This is one of my favorite floats. I don't float at all. Just the animatronics, the lighting is beautiful.
So this year's theme is Silents Are Golden in honor of silent films. And so you're going to see that represented here on this float.
And it is. The other silent films, and then eventually, that was back in the 1800s. And in the early 1920s, they started animating film with the actual video. So, silence are golden.
Come on, give it up for the title float of Endymion!
Another 3-tandem float. Huge.
All right, Chris, let's see if we can catch
These floats are just magnificent.
Let's see if they can reach us up here on the riser. But these guys are dancing tonight. They're rocking.
They're trying. Here we go. Oh, a ton of cups.
They tried to hit us with some cups. Didn't quite make it up here, though. All right, again, you're taking a live look at float number 10, which is the title float, Silents Are Golden. Let's send it over now to the Convention Center, Rob Krieger and Kelsey Davis. Hey, guys.
They have cleared the dance floor at the Convention Center, and they are striking up the bands right now. I could see a few sousaphones, Arthur, in the distance as they approach the Convention Center.
I'm proud of you. Most people say tubas. It's not a tuba.
Yeah.
The look of impression on Arthur Hardy's face just now when Rob correctly identified the instrument.
Very good.
Golden. It was golden. I love it.
I'm impressed.
Oh, and our first band entering will be traditionally, Arthur, is it the U.S. Marine Band?
I believe it is.
Yep, it is. So again, they have announced or asked everyone to clear the dance floor.
And they're clearing.
It's clearing. It's a process.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's
The Wise Guys just wrapped up. The Groovy 7, once the bands go through, the Groovy 7 takes the stage and kind of plays as the floats come through. And that's when the real madness begins, because this place is going to erupt with color, flashing lights, LEDs. It's going to be awesome.
The one memory that's always burned into my brain when I leave Endymion every single year is when we finally get off of the riser up here and hit the floor, and you're climbing over. I mean, like trying not to.
There's so much
stuck in all of the throws. They're
and
just launching off the side of these floats when
all
they get
kinds
in
of
here.
beads. They're throwing them by the dozen. That's for sure.
For sure. Beads. Arthur, I know we wanted to talk about this really cool throw.
Yeah, this is, I guarantee you tonight, this will be on eBay for I don't know how many dollars. You know, there's so many.
Give that back. I didn't know that.
There's so many signature throws, logo throws, but I don't ever remember a throw dedicated to a particular person.
Right.
And it has Ed Munez's initials on the back, and the horse.
And that's the horse. That's
Endymion. I mean, this is it. This is really neat, and it's going to be very special.
And they only made 40,000 of those.
And that's not many for a crew this size. So look out. If you have one, hang on to it. Or put it on eBay.
Well, Arthur, we have one up here, so we'll have to figure out who gets to go home with this one.
Going home.
Arthur can have it.
But Olivia Vidal and Garland Gillen are on the floor. They will be in the prime location to catch a few of those.
Yeah, get a horse.
Let's see what they're doing down on the floor as we wait for the bands to make their way in.
I'll give you $10
try
for
our
it.
best to get a horse from the Endymion. I'm sure they're going to be throwing a lot of stuff, but we are chatting with a lot of the folks who are getting ready for the crew to come through the convention center here. We found a group of ladies over here with matching headsets, looking fabulous. What do you think about the extravaganza so far?
It's been super nice. It's definitely very, very extra, awesome. It's been so great. Extravaganza does not, belittle anything.
Mardi Gras extra? No way.
Exactly.
This is a really special night for y'all because you are friends with one of the maids.
Yes, ma'am. We're friends with Emma Meisenheimer. She's one of our sorority sisters of Alpha Psi Delta.
UNO, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when she comes through the convention center, what are y'all going to do when you see her?
At the coronation, we had a little chant that we did for her, so we're most likely going to just do that again. We're just going to start screaming her name and hope that she can hear us.
I bet you'll see y'all with the matching headsets, too. So cute. Y'all have a great time out there. I can't wait to hear the Emma chant. All right, y'all have fun. Kelsey and Rob, it is a family friend affair out here. We got sorority sisters who are cheering on Emma, who is one of the maids out on the who will be coming into the convention center any moment now, as the dance floor has been cleared and we are getting ready for the party.
I am ready to roll. I'm a little worried though. Gonna have to like put a hard hat on a little construction here. Okay. At least they're smart. You see, they have some protection because when those beads start flying, you got to get out of the way.
It does get pretty crazy here on the dance floor, but we are excited to catch some beads, some cups, cut up a rug with the music. It's going to be a good time, Kelsey and Rob. I'll try my best to catch you one of those stuffed animal horses, the Endymion horse.
Olivia, I'm glad you mentioned cutting a rug. I was just about to ask Mr. Gillian if he has stretched, because we want to see his dance moves this year.
He said he's ready to roll.
He's stretching. He's ready to
Is
dance.
That a stretch? Whoa!
He's stretching.
Oh,
Are y'all ready to dance?
Olivia, please apologize to those young ladies for us.
The bee's knees, right?
We're ready for Flow Rider. We're stretching. We are warming up. We are Garland.
Oh, he's doing some high kicks.
Oh, Mo. Oh, no.
Oh, he's about to get low.
Love can't even handle him right now.
No, you're right. The club cannot handle Garland Giller right now.
Rob, you didn't.
We'll get there, though.
Hey, come on.
We got to get him some boots with the fur next time. Flow Rider's
with the fur.
If Fox State will put it in the budget, I will definitely get boots with the fur next year. No doubt.
I would love to see that.
Well, also, so right now it's like nice and dry on the ground here. In about 30, 45 minutes, people start dropping drinks on the ground. There's beads everywhere. My shoes are going to be another color. That's why I've worn these before, and I'm experienced that they usually get ruined out here. So that's why, I don't have the fancy shoes.
It's part of the fun.
Yeah,
part of the fun.
It's going to be, I think back in college we called it like party gravy.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a mixture of alcohol and all this other
You
stuff.
leave the extravaganza a changed person.
It's
descriptive.
Hey, you want hard
storytelling?
If anyone at home was hungry before, it is gone now.
Hopefully you're not eating a meal right now and you're relaxing on the sofa right now with a drink in hand, getting ready to stretch yourself and get some dancing done.
I give the people what they want at home. They want a full experience of what this day is like.
That's true.
Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
It sometimes get a little gritty. It gets a little ugly. Not everything's perfect. And yes, the floor is going to be, I almost busted it like a couple of years ago.
Garland.
It happens.
Safety first, people. Safety first on the dance floor.
Garland, we got y'all on a split screen right now. We got St. Paul in one box and you in the other, and they are currently getting down.
The
and
Wolves.
You are not.
St. Paul marching Wolves.
They are.
Yeah, they're marching.
Yeah, they are scooting and
They
dipping.
put on a show every time they march in a parade. The St. Paul marching Wolves. They are great.
Well, yeah. Olivia's a North Shore girl, so she's
Shout
showing
out.
props to the St. Paul's Wolves.
Shout out to my North Shore friends.
Yes, indeed. Great
Arthur,
football team, and they got a
Mandabile,
great
is
band.
that how you said it earlier?
Arthur's a North Shore man, too. Amanda Villionaire, Amanda Villain.
I will say this: St. Paul's does have some swag for a Catholic band. They definitely march to their own beat.
If there's anyone that knows about swag, Garland, it is you. Robin Kelsey.
Oh, I thought that was going to be a toss to me. It's just an easy softball. Like, if there's anyone that knows about swag, it's Rob Krieger.
Wait, okay, before the band comes in, we got to do something. Give me this binder.
All right.
I need you to stand up and give the people
All right,
what they
here we go.
want. And that is a full view of this outfit. Turn, show off the sleeves.
You like that? Yeah,
One
look.
sleeve.
Fitted.
Two sleeves.
Nice.
My parents
Ready?
are watching. They're actually in Vegas right now, and they're watching online. And my mom said, Rob Krieger looks amazing. She said he needs to get his stylist on the payroll.
I
that
love
was
you.
Her
I
words.
love you.
My mom said
What
that.
about the socks?
Shout out
what
to my
about
best
the
friend
socks?
Kurt, too. The socks. These are my pink soccer socks, all right? I don't know if you want to see that.
Put your shoes on, Chris.
I know, we want to smell cotton candy and burgers, not Rob's feet.
Good point.
Are we having fun yet?
I think so. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, and we're still waiting. Over at Galliard Hall, I know they are having an absolute blast. We got, and I just want to say something to Meg and Bruce out there. Bruce looks great, Meg, but there's no way he's giving me a run for my money tonight, all right?
Okay, Krieger, you're right. The pink jacket and the pink pants. I mean, really, Bruce definitely doesn't even come close to you. But he tried. He did try. Yeah, so we just had float number 12 pass by here, Marie Antoinette, and they are throwing tonight, Bruce.
I'll tell you, they are throwing like mad. It's amazing. Footballs, frisbees, beads, light-up beads, you name it, they're throwing it.
They're booking it, too. They're trying to get into that convention center and get to the party.
We had that long delay for whatever that was, and they are now moving. And, again, they're already in the convention center now, and they're building more and more as time goes by.
Yeah, it's about a 45-minute delay earlier. We're not quite sure. They had to have had a breakdown, I would think. We're not entirely sure what happened, but, you know, it's kind of sad. The band members that were in front of us all took their instruments off, and they were just sitting on the ground.
Sitting on the ground.
I mean, can you imagine how exhausted those poor kids are walking all those miles? All right, but coming up now here at Galliard, we've got the Abramson Psi Academy.
They from the East, you know they're about to blow.
All right, let's see if they're about to play for us here.
What a huge band coming down the street. I mean, look down there, Meg.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Huge
They've
band.
got a number of members of this band. Abramson Psi Academy, located in New Orleans East.
I don't do the beach from the East. I do the East Beach.
They've got the members of their dance team here.
Very large unit.
Oh, yeah.
Very large unit.
The baton twirlers and then the band coming up behind. You know, Bruce, even with the lull tonight, the stoppage of the parade, we have not seen anybody leave. I mean, the crowds are just as thick and full as when this first started a couple hours ago.
All right, for Endymion, they're going to stick till the very end.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's listen in.
All right, here's Abramson. Let's listen in.
We have the Marine Corps Band New Orleans now entering into the convention center. This, Arthur, is the Marine Corps Band from New Orleans who travel the world and have performed to more than 6 million people. Wow.
Yep.
It's incredible.
Terrific band. Talk about military bearing, and they really play well.
And right now they will kick things off here in the convention center. And traditionally, and correct me if I'm wrong, Arthur, they come in, they play the national anthem.
Yes.
And then the way they've been doing things the last few years, which we just were talking about, how we kind of enjoy this way they do it.
Yeah.
They have all the bands that have been in Endymion all night long, March through first. So they each get their moment in the sun, if you will, to perform, and without having to march over beads and throws.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. And then the floats come in. So it's you kind of almost get 2 parades in one here in the convention
and
center.
you never have that
right
opportunity.
up your alley.
Yeah, I love it. You don't see this anywhere else where the bands appear back to back. And it's kind of a competition, and no matter how tired they are, when they hit the convention center or the dome, energy just seems to flow again.
Arthur, you know, there are a couple spots along the route where bands get this jolt. It's like there's Red Bull mist in the air or something. Those kids they just get a jolt of energy after marching for miles and marching for miles several days in a row. But, you know, under the Pontchartrain Expressway, they hit that, when they hit Claiborne Avenue in front of Galliard Hall, once they hit these extravaganzas and these balls, they just get these bursts of energy. And as you mentioned, it's a competition in here.
Yeah,
and the crowd hypes them up, and it goes crazy.
And remember, they're performers.
Yes.
This is their performance, so you save sometimes the best for last. So I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing them.
absolutely.
Right in front of the main stage.
And this is probably, guys, the quietest you will hear him here for the next several hours.
Yeah.
We will let them perform at the end. In true Endymion fashion, a little pyrotechnics along with the national anthem. The U.S. Marine Corps Band traveling across the world, performing to 6 million people a year, more than 280 concerts, parades, and ceremonies every single year, Arthur.
Yep.
And they are here in the convention center.
You have to audition to get in that band. You don't just sign up.
Oh, yeah. That is absolutely right.
Wonderful
This is,
play.
and I love pointing out, this isn't just the Marine Corps Band, this is the Marine Corps Band New Orleans.
Yes, it is. It is. And there are several groups around the country, but I'd put ours up against anybody's.
Oh, absolutely. I think they know a little something about music.
And a lot about parading, so they're perfect band to get this thing started, if you will, here at the convention center. And you can see the plumes from the uniforms just over the crowd, so we got a treat. We got quite a treat coming up with all of these bands.
Oh, yeah. I love seeing them come back to back to back. It just really, gets the crowd going. And then to have all of the floats going back to back to back, it's an amazing ride. Being inside the Endymion Extravaganza, I remember the first time I had the opportunity to be at an extravaganza with Fox 8 when I first started, and I was just flabbergasted by how many lights are blinking, how many people are smiling, and just how much fun it is here. It's one of those places where you can't frown even if you try.
It's indescribable, really. And, we take this for granted, but they didn't start out in the Superdome of Convention Center. The first ball in 1967 was at the Jung Hotel.
At the Jung, yeah.
Then at the Municipal Auditorium for 3 or 4 years. Then the Rivergate.
Right.
And it outgrew the Rivergate and then into the Dome. So we didn't always have this wonderful experience.
And it's kind of popped back and forth to the Convention Center for various renovations at the Dome.
Yep.
But after these final renovations, they should be back at home in the Dome.
That's their home. They even have a float dedicated to the Dome because of that. So.
And I forgot one thing. Before the bands come in, after the Marine Corps, we have this kind of parade of law enforcement that comes in first. I think that's what we're hearing is their motorcycles are revving.
Yes.
And law enforcement from
all over the place.
Right?
And always make the request that they turn their sirens off, but they don't. Talk about blowing your eardrums out.
It's pretty loud, yes.
Yeah, in an enclosed facility like this, man, it hurts your ears.
But it finishes clearing the way in case anyone happened to sneak back onto the dance floor after the Marine Corps Band. You can't miss them. You can't.
No, you can't.
You're going to get out of the way. And here they come.
You can hear the sirens.
There we go.
Much to the chagrin of Arthur Hardy, the sirens are blaring, and the police are about to ride through the convention center. How often do you think they have a bunch of motorcyclists cruising through the convention center like this?
It's special.
Once a year.
It's special, that's for sure. But it is loud.
Oh, wow. Look at all those lights going, too. You can feel the rumble up there.
Yep.
At first, I thought it was one of the bands just doing like a drum roll. And I was like, wait, no, that is the motorcycle.
Man, bunch of buffaloes.
Endymion. Welcome to the wall. Not around the wall. Okay, guys.
And they're honking their horns too, aren't they?
I can't hear a thing. Maybe you can help us.
And then followed closely behind all of the police cruisers, motorcycles, and police scooting towards the current studio bus. Look at this lane. All right, so you're looking at right now, right here in the middle of the convention center. You see people on the left, people on the right, and right there in the middle, that's that parade lane that will later on this evening become a dance floor. It was a dance floor earlier.
Well, it'll become a dance floor.
Oh yeah, it's going to stay a dance floor.
Oh yeah, it's always it's inviting crowds. Right, the crowds for miles and miles and miles now. They have this clear space with nothing on the road, nothing in the way, and they are going to get down and at it. I cannot wait. It's one of my favorite parts of the parade.
It's always so amazing. Everybody's lining up, getting ready for it. We're going to hear these bands in just a moment. We will be right back from the Endymion Extravaganza.
We've been the home for healthcare in Metairie since your dad was king of the diamond. And we proudly deliver healthcare with heart to everyone who lives in the East. We keep hearts healthy and strong on the North Shore. And we've been the heart of healthcare on the West Bank for generations. You know us by different names, but we're one big family called LCMC Health. 8 hospitals, 1 promise, keeping you well.
Here at Beads by the Dozen, we have the best selection of beads and throws.
Beads by the Dozen is the king of beads and so much more.
Lighted beads, chain beads, long beads, fancy beads.
Footballs, soccer balls, lighted balls, and more.
Everyone wants to catch all the great throws that come from Beads by the Dozen. You'll find aisles and aisles of plush toys, stress items, trinkets, gifts, and more.
Get all your beads and footballs from Beads by the Dozen.
Beads by the Dozen, open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 10 to 5.
So, what did we learn today? That Spectrum One gives people everything that they need at a great price. And what are those things?
Super fast internet.
Comes with it, yes.
A line of unlimited mobile.
Now we're cooking, yes, comes with it.
Free advanced Wi-Fi.
Also comes with it. What else do people want, guys?
A sense of purpose and direction in life.
It does come with state-of-the-art security features, which is kind of like the same thing.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month with free advanced Wi-Fi and a free line of unlimited mobile for 12 months. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism. It allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
When my car insurance got too expensive, I had to try a different approach. But now that I found affordable insurance, nothing can burst my bubble.
With savings of up to 25%, Direct Auto lets you stop compromising and keep driving.
I gotta do the kick of destiny again. What? But this time, fans can pick if I'll make or miss.
Interesting.
And right now, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win.
Let's do it.
Wait, what about him? The FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2, live Super Bowl Sunday.
Where to go and what to do on Alabama's Eastern Shore. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweetspot.
This Easter weekend, take steps to keep well and have a good time. And while you're at it, step up to raise money for charity. The LCMC Health Crescent City Classic, the race for all y'all.
When our car insurance got too pricey, we went from 4 wheels to 3.
Doing a great job. Everyone's doing a great job.
But now that we found affordable insurance, we're back to the good old days.
With a super low down payment to get started, Direct Auto lets you stop compromising and keep driving.
You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Thank Plus.
Well, we have had picture-perfect weather yesterday and today for parades. Endymion rolling right now, and you have to travel 2.5 hours to get to the closest rain shower. But that may not be the case as we head into tomorrow. Tomorrow, we do have a chance for severe weather. You can see here, this is going to linger into Monday morning. So let's walk you through the next 24 hours, and maybe this will help you solidify plans if you're going to head out to look to really watch some parades into tomorrow. Tonight, pretty quiet. As we head into your Sunday, this will become scattered rain and some thunderstorms. The atmosphere at this time will be primed. We've got high dew points. We've got warm temperatures in the 70s. So any thunderstorm that we have that pops up here, we have to watch. We could see some lightning. We could see some gusty winds. But notice just how widely scattered these storms are. This is going to help us for tomorrow. So you just want to stay weather aware. If you head out to a parade, take the Fox 8 weather app with you so you can keep an eye on the radar. As we head into tomorrow night, we'll have a cold front approaching, and that's going to give us another chance for some storms. This one, a longer line of storms that could set up over the city overnight tomorrow night into Monday morning and then push off towards the east. Certainly could linger into Monday morning, but notice just how widely scattered everything is. This could give us a chance to see several parades roll with ease tomorrow. But it is something we want to watch because we could see some lightning in those storms. 70s during the day for tomorrow, 60s during the parades. And as we head into Lundi Gras, 60s early on in the day, but the temperatures do fall. It is going to be rather breezy. If you're heading to the parades on Monday night, we are looking at chilly temperatures, lots of 50s for those temperatures at 6 p.m. on Monday evening. Let's head out to Meg and Bruce.
All right, hey Amber, thank you so much. You're taking a look right now here live at Gallier Hall. We've got float number 16 behind us, The Man Who Laughs.
The Man Who Laughs. This is from, what, 1926?
Yes.
This is from a movie back before they actually had all the sound, and that's what the actual theme is. Take a look at this beautiful float coming down. I'll tell you, this float is just huge, a double tandem, but, I mean, half a block. Absolutely beautiful.
We've been so lucky, Bruce, to hear all of the bands play here at Gallier Hall when they pass by us. I mean, it's just been a wonderful night of, music and revelry, and everybody's having a great time out here.
Absolutely. The weather's perfect. It is packed. I mean, the bleachers, you can't fit any more people in these bleachers. They are packed.
All right, we're going to toss it back over to our colleagues inside the Convention Center and the Endymion Extravaganza. How's it looking in there, guys?
All right, we've got the Mississippi Valley State University Mean Green Marching Machine Band playing now. Listen in.
Commander up to Gerald Briggs, who is from New Orleans.
Center as the Mississippi Valley Mean Green Marching Machine making their way through. And now you're taking a look at
the Talladega College Tornado Marching Band. They're making their way up. Let's go ahead and listen in. They're making their way right through the center of the Convention Center now.
This is not their entire band. I talked to the band rep yesterday. They left a whole bunch of kids at home. So this is a big band as is. Imagine if the whole group was here. Yes, and you notice there's a lot of space between the bands. That's intentional, so that they don't run into each other's sound and start marching on the wrong foot.
We got more boom coming through right behind them. We got Elkhorn State University sounds of Dynamite Marching Band. I mean, they are booming through here.
That's Dynamite, right?
Yes,
you're right. Dynamite. I'm sorry, Arthur.
That's how they spell it. Endymion features the college bands first and then the high school band, which makes
Quiet storm.
It's so quiet. It's a quiet storm. It's the Lane College Quiet Storm Marching Band making their inaugural trip to Mardi Gras, all the way from Tennessee, led by a veteran of Mardi Gras, Professor Jefferson. He says he's excited to return
I bet he
to
is.
Mardi Gras with his band.
Welcome to Quiet Storm.
Let's see how quiet this storm is. They're not going to be quiet.
No, I don't think so.
The Scarlet Band from Tigerland. You can hear them making their way through the convention center now as well. Doesn't really need much of an introduction. The St. Augustine High School Marching 100 Band.
I think we've heard of them, right?
I think so.
You'll hear them now.
Yep. Crowd favorite. Listen to that response from the audience. They know.
No. It feels like it. I love it. I love it.
No, I didn't.
So right behind St. Aug, Warren Easton.
That's your alma mater. And is it the only school that has a band in the parade that is on the route as well?
You know, I never thought about that, but I believe you're right. Good one, Bridget. Famous musicians in that band, starting with Louis Prima and Pete Towns and Trombone Shorty, all came out of that Warren Easton band.
Man, I know that you're very familiar with, and living in Mid-City myself, I can hear the band practice all the time.
Yes,
you step outside of your house and you can hear them. It's always a treat. Fighting Eagles making their way through the convention center. And this segment is what we like to call the Arthur Hardy segment. Because not only do we have his alma mater, Warren Easton, coming through, but Brother Martin High School, the Marching Crusader Band coming through as well.
Yep. I had the pleasure of teaching there from 1973 to 1989. And they're getting ready for a trip to Disney. I think they leave Monday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. What a way to end your parade season with Endymion inside the convention center.
And then a trip to Disney.
yeah, not a bad life, huh?
marching band from St. Mary's Academy. Their 58th consecutive year marching in Endymion. One of only 2 bands that have marched in every single Endymion parade.
That's incredible.
How about that? They sound wonderful out there, right? One of 2 bands, as you said, that have marched in every single Endymion.
That's history right there, huh?
St. Mary's and St. Augustine.
Yeah.
It's really something. And they don't have a football team either.
St. Mary's, Salmon High School from the North Shore, Slidell. The Marching Spartan Band, also an Endymion veteran. This year, the Salmon Marching Spartans have 120 plus members marching in the band. Love their horns lit up.
It had to look incredible going down the streets tonight.
Yes.
This next band coming up, you heard us talk about them earlier in challenging Garland to his dance moves, see what his dance moves are, because they're going to be coming with the dance moves. We're talking about St. Paul High School's Marching Wolves, and they come in hot. They come in hot. Let's see them. Let's hear them.
No contest.
Love those hats. clearing the way for our next band that's going to enter into the convention center. They're here walking through the Abramson Science Academy High School Marching Band. Their 5th Endymion. That was the Abramson Science Academy High School Marching Band, their 5th time into Endymion here.
All right, and a whole lot more bands coming up, and the floats haven't even gotten into the convention center just yet, so we have a whole lot more extravaganza to bring you when we come back.
Fox 8 men's formal wear for the Endymion Extravaganza, provided by Tuxedos to Go.
When you need to get the job done, Fleet Supply Warehouse has you covered. With one call or one click, we get to work helping you. Our 63,000 square foot warehouse is well stocked with filters, batteries, belts, water purification systems, and more from all the brands you trust. With daily delivery routes across South Louisiana and fast shipping, we'll get you the products you need when you need them. Call or go to FleetSupplyWarehouse.com to find out why we've been trusted to get the job done for 50 years.
Catch a great deal this Mardi Gras at Rainbow North Shore Buick GMC. Drive home a new Buick Envision and take $7,500 off. Also, you can choose 0.9% APR plus no payments for 90 days at Rainbow North Shore Buick GMC. Real people, real deals.
Fox 8 honors our local veterans for their selfless service to our country, supplying veterans with information, a voice, and hope. Don't miss Local Veterans First with Lauren McCoy on Fox 8, sponsored by Fleet Supply Warehouse.
Experience the magic of Mardi Gras any time of the year. Come tour Mardi Gras World, where master artists bring carnival to life. Or bring the magic to your special event. From intimate gatherings to large parties, Mardi Gras World's River City Venues has the perfect location for your next celebration. Experience the magic. Visit MardiGrasWorld.com today.
I'm pregnant.
We're the place babies come from. And the place you take your kids when they need care. The place your neighbor is learning to provide the next generation of care. And the place your cousin took your auntie to help her get back on her feet. You know us by different names, but we're one big family called LCMC Health. 8 hospitals, one promise, keeping you well.
Local News Live, the one place you need for live coverage of national news from trusted local journalists who know the story best. Breaking news on the scene, showing you the story as it happens, connecting you to the communities at the heart of the country's biggest stories. Local News Live. Live reports, local perspective, always streaming, always free. Find it on the Fox 8 News app on all your devices today. You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
Welcome back to the Convention Center here at the Endymion Extravaganza, where we are welcoming in the Cavaliers Drum and Bugle Corps Marching Band, I believe, or is it
I think we are still on the, let's see.
They jumped ahead, I think.
Yeah, I think they jumped ahead.
I think this is a Cavalier Drum and Bugle Corps alumni marching band, I believe.
I was trying to read their sign as it passed just now. It kind of was blocked there. I believe that might still be the... Okay, the Colton County.
Okay.
Okay, Colton County High School from Colton County, South Carolina.
That's what I said, right? No, it's not.
That is what you said.
That is what you said.
That's right.
That's
You're
exactly
right.
what you said.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A treat for the crowd to hear a band like this, but also a treat for those band members who have to come all the way from South Carolina
Make
to
this trip, yes,
perform.
And catch all of these awesome beats as they get to march through the city.
Oh yeah, they're not slacking at all.
And once they come, they'll come back. It's the best band trip ever.
That.
All right, well, that's
Colton High School from South Carolina performing here for Endymion.
Yeah, it looks like their first trip in there having a time. You heard Arthur say best band trip ever.
It's got to be cool to have a first-time experience at the Endymion Extravaganza.
I know. I wonder if Garland and Olivia have run into anybody who's having a first-time experience.
St. Charles Parish in the house. Parish President Matt Jewell here for his first ever Endymion Extravaganza. What do you think so far?
Well, what can you say about New Orleans? Mardi Gras, I mean, there's nothing like it in the world. It's the best thing you can ever do. The extravaganza is great. So glad to be here. We celebrated Mardi Gras today in St. Charles Parish. Crew of Louisville will be celebrating tomorrow, the crew of the Zalmans. But it's great to be here tonight.
Really cool to see a bunch of different community members here. You're obviously here with your wife. We see Sheriff Joe LaPinto here from Jefferson Parish. So it's really fun to see all the different leaders and the communities across the region come together.
Yeah, it's great to be with elected officials from all across Southeast Louisiana coming to New Orleans to celebrate Mardi Gras. And I mean, nothing like Endymion, and again, nothing like New Orleans Mardi Gras.
I know we haven't seen the floats yet, but they're coming.
Yes, the float's about to come. All right, I'm just going to lay it all out here. I'm 5'7", okay? Obviously, people at home, and you've heard this before, you might be a little tall. I think you have an advantage about to come up here when these floats come. Just tell people at home how tall you are and how much you're going to be, like, killing it when these beats fly through.
Yeah, so I'm 6'11", so definitely when it comes to Mardi Gras, I have a strategic advantage when it comes to
catching bees.
Now, I met you for the first time at Zurich Classic. Your basketball career was okay? Was that what I heard? I remember at the Zurich Classic.
Yeah, it was just okay. I played in high school. When I got to college, I didn't enjoy playing in college. And that's when I got into politics, so I don't regret it. And now I'm St. Charles Parish president, so it's very good.
So you did have NBA dreams at one point, and then they got crushed. And now you've moved on, and you've done pretty well for yourself.
Yeah, Miss Gilbinson calls and says she needs me to play with the Pelicans. I'll consider it. So.
All right, move over Zion Williamson, Matt Jewell.
Zion is actually out tonight. He got injured. They're playing right now in Portland. Last night they were on Fox 8. Unfortunately lost there. So, you know.
Well, Matt, I know Rob Krieger, he's in the bird's nest over there. He is dying for one of those horse stuffed animals, the Endymion horse and jockey. If you get one, send it our way.
We're going to work on that for him.
Have fun tonight. It's good to see you. All right, there you have it. We're going to work on it for you. Matt Jewell, St. Charles Parish president, in the house. Again, it's just so cool to see folks from all over the region, near and far. People fly in, students, classmates of folks who are riding in the parade, family and friends, all here in the convention center tonight for the Endymion Extravaganza. It's great.
All right, just to let you behind the curtain, Olivia told me not to bring up his height, but man, because they said tall people don't want to be asked that they're tall that play hoops. Dude, he's 6'11", okay? I got to ask him about, okay, I'm 5'7". Dude, he was, looking down on me like, Andre the Giant. That might be... Okay, you might be, older. You'd have to understand Andre the Giant. It's like all 1980s. Right. Oh, do you know who Andre the Giant is?
Yes, I know who Andre the Giant is.
Okay, all right. I didn't want to, age you out.
Tonight's about fun.
I know, and he's about to kill it. When the floats come...
Yeah, that's true. He does have an advantage.
I'm going to stay away from him because he's absolutely going to kill it with the amount of beads.
Maybe you should stand next to him.
Well, yeah, you know what? He's going to get crushed by beads, and, he can't catch everything, okay?
That's true.
He cannot get everything.
He did. He said he'd get you a horse, Rob. He's going to work on, although he has a couple kids at home, so he might have to get a few more.
All right. Well, he's going to be very popular. I got a feeling, he's right by there. But, Olivia, aren't you glad I asked about the height, though? I mean, come on.
It was interesting.
The viewer at home was like, goodness, is Garland 4'5" or what? What's going on right now? Well, I had to, let the people know at home.
You're making me laugh. That's good.
See, there we go. Hey, I'm strong in my 5'7" hood, so I'm going to roll with it.
Confidence is key, Garland. It's all about the confidence.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, well, we're going to check back in with Gallagher Hall as we get ready for the floats to come inside of the convention center here.
Thank you. As you're tossing to us and we're getting pelted by beads, somebody just threw a lighted a ring at me, which is very nice. Kind of hit me in the stomach right when they were tossing to us.
I'll tell you what, this float is going nuts.
Oh my goodness, they've thrown so much to us tonight, Bruce. And imagine, they still have to get into the convention center, and they've got so many people in there to throw to. It's going to be a long night.
When I rode in Bacchus, I had a special area that I had, and that would go out to all the friends and family at the convention center. But I'll tell you, they are throwing like the Dickies.
And that float that you just looked at there, that was the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, 1920, float number 23. There are a total of 36 floats in this parade, so we have plenty more to go. And coming up behind that float, we've got St. Catherine Drexel Prep High School Marching Band.
Come on. Hey! Yeah. Hey!
Just listening to St. Catherine Drexel Prep High School Marching Band. The floats have finally made their way to the convention center tonight. Let's send it over to them.
Hey guys.
That's some clown stuff right here.
All right, we were saying that it seems the band portion of the parade, at least inside of the convention center, is wrapped up, and you guys just saw the captain float being welcomed in with pyro.
They're coming in from They're coming in from the other side that the bands came in from. And this is the captain's float here. Bass speakers going off in the convention center. Now this is the captain of Endymion's inaugural year riding as captain.
Dan Kelly, longtime assistant to Ed Nunez, very close personal friend.
And this is really cool, Arthur. We know this special entry, we'll say, at the parade. Captain Dan Kelly breaking with tradition, riding a horse through, and he's on the back of Maddie, his horse. Well, I believe he's gotten onto the float here.
Yeah.
But Maddie, his horse, who we met last year
yes, we
at
did.
his farm.
In Folsom,
The first time that he got to ride Maddie through the streets of New Orleans. And he had a special throw last year that featured Maddie.
He did. I know he had a great time. He left Maddie outside. They don't bring horses inside the building for safety.
It's all right. We're giving you some love, Maddie. All right.
Yeah.
But Dan Kelly taking the captain's float as he rides into the Endymion Extravaganza on his inaugural ride as the captain of Endymion.
I know it's a special moment for him. This is the first time Danny has ridden in this parade in years. He's normally overseeing everything.
Right. I mean, it's got to be a lot of work to put it all together. But what an honor to be here for this inaugural ride of Dan Kelly, who really has done so much for this parade as well throughout his tenure as president of Endymion. And I'm taking a look at this float, Arthur. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like they found a way to get Maddie in. Or maybe some form of
a little different way to get Maddie in.
Captain of the crew of Endymion, hail Endymion!
And in case you couldn't hear that, that was the band Groovy 7.
That was the Groovy 7.
Singing happy birthday to the late captain and founder of Endymion, Ed Nunez, who passed away last year.
I bet he's smiling. I bet he's smiling at us right now. I know he is.
And I would imagine, Arthur, over the years, you had some pretty interesting conversations and interactions with him, right?
He was just the best. I know many, many years. Just an innovator, always wanting to make it, if not bigger, better. Never satisfied. One of a kind.
And you were telling us how this parade started off as a small neighborhood parade, just to kind of give the city something to do on the Saturday night leading into the big Mardi Gras weekend, if you will, or Mardi Gras weekend. Started off very small with a couple hundred people, and now nearly 4,000 members in this super group.
No one could have ever envisioned this.
Presents for the First Ladies of Endymion. First Lady Peggy Nunez.
It's his widow.
And the captain's wife, Teresa Kelly.
Right now, they are handing out some special gifts to all of the First Ladies of Endymion, which includes Dan's wife and his lovely ladies in the
The Nunez
field.
daughters.
And the Nunez family as well.
Michelle Hanso. Margie Bateman. The granddaughters, Erica Murray. Tori Battle. Jamie Hanso. The granddaughter-in-law, Caitlin Doffin. And our special guest, Tina Kerr. Tammy Kerr. And Sharon Drucker. Thank you, Captain. Hail Endymion.
Oh, special moment.
All right, that was a special honor to Captain Dan Kelly. We will be right back with more inside access right here at the Endymion Extravaganza.
New Orleans handicap. His name was Endymion. So the news captain's float.
Fox 8 men's formal wear for the Endymion Extravaganza, provided by Tuxedos to Go.
Bank Plus keeps life moving. Because 99% of banking doesn't happen at the bank. Or at least it shouldn't. We're doing our best job when you don't have to think about it.
Let's make an offer.
When all you see is possibility.
We expand the kitchen in there. We'll make it all back in 6 months.
And you don't have to ask. Because life sure doesn't.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's really bad.
And we're here for it. All of it.
Weird, but beautiful.
Bank Plus. It's more than a name. It's a promise.
We've been the home for healthcare in Metairie since your dad was king of the diamond. And we proudly deliver healthcare with heart to everyone who lives in the East. We keep hearts healthy and strong on the North Shore. And we've been the heart of healthcare on the West Bank for generations. You know us by different names, but we're one big family called LCMC Health. 8 hospitals, 1 promise, keeping you well.
Get complete Mardi Gras coverage across the metro area. Tuesday, starting at 4 a.m. on the Fox 8 Morning Edition.
I gotta do the Kick of Destiny again.
What?
But this time, fans can pick if I'll make or miss.
Interesting.
And right now, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win.
Let's do it.
Wait, what about him? The FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2 live Super Bowl Sunday.
The Chevy Silverado. With available Super Cruise connected by OnStar. Only Super Cruise lets you drive hands-free and tow hands-free. It'll help you get to the adventure energized, and it'll help drive you home. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on all 2024 Silverado 1500 models, or get $5,000 total value on this Silverado High Country when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Where to go and what to do in Mobile, Alabama. Personalized just for you. Find your sweet spots at alabama.travel/sweet spot.
Every Tuesday night, the good, the bad, the game-making, and the heartbreaking. It's Game On, fearless and unfiltered. When you need the local take on national stories, Fox 8 Overtime, Tuesday night at 10:35. You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
Welcome back to the Convention Center. You're taking a look at the Founders Tribute, a tribute to the founder of Endymion, Ed Nunez. And, they are throwing like madmen off of that float just before it was a really, really special tribute to Ed. Birthday cake featuring his likeness rolled through.
And on the Founders float, we've got a life-size statue of him, almost a replica of the one that's outside of Delgado Community College, Marconi and Orleans, right where the parade starts.
Incredible. And this is Yeah, this is the time when the throwing begins and the crowds are clamoring up against those gates as they are just unloading the rest of their throws. We've got our Grand Marshals entering right now. 2 Grand Marshals this year, 2 for the price of 1. You get NOPD Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick and New Orleans Chief Administrative Officer Gilbert Montagna.
And both deserve an enormous amount of credit for making Mardi Gras happen this year. Of course, the new chief is new, but Gilbert had so much to do last year with making Mardi Gras the success that it was. I don't know that it would happen without his leadership and his ability to get money together to basically finance it, particularly the out-of-town police that came in. So they both deserve a lot of credit. And
do you see that throwing arm on Chief Kirkpatrick?
Wait, here goes again. Wait. I mean, she runs how many miles a day, she says? 5?
Yeah, she's out there.
On New Year's Eve, she was telling us that she runs about 5 miles a day, so I'm not shocked that she has quite an arm.
Well, and then what a treat for her to have the opportunity to be in Mardi Gras.
Yep.
On her, really the first Mardi Gras that she's been in town.
How's that for an introduction, huh?
Yeah, this is how we do it here in New Orleans. And then following closely behind them is their another float with a bunch of really excited folks on there tossing their wares.
Yeah,
the celebrity float
really begun now. Yeah.
Sorry, we have someone trying to take a picture with us while we're doing a live broadcast.
Only in New Orleans.
That's
right?
the extravaganza for you.
There we go. Hey.
I think she's shooting a documentary.
I know you're working, but I need a picture.
Yeah, no, you're got anytime. Anytime we're live on air, you just come on up here.
We'll try to take it later.
Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah.
We're getting a special shout out to Fox 8.
How about that? All right, we've got our maids coming in here. We saw them a little earlier tonight. Now we get to see them up close and personal.
These headdresses, my goodness. This one looks like a replica of the Notre Dame Cathedral and with the gargoyles on the side.
Yep, that's one of the silent films.
Yeah, there we go.
That's right, Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
And these headdresses made by the Colombo family, I know Vincent Deneau and his mother and his grandfather, they have been making these headdresses for decades now, bending wire and creating these immaculate pieces of art that these young ladies wear throughout the parade that tell a story of their own.
Yes, they do.
It really does. The artistry is just absolutely fantastic. If you ever get a chance to have an up-close and personal look at these headdresses, it's just incredible.
And
the amount of art that goes into it.
And they're talking a little bit about the announcer inside of the convention center here, a little bit about the headpieces that Rob was saying. The first made there, Allie Elizabeth Barbier. She's representing the Hunchback of Notre Dame. You can see that there with the cathedral stained glass windows and the gargoyles. Right behind her, Emma Michelle Meisenheimer, and she's, I guess that one too, Phantom of the Opera is what her... The Phantom of the Opera. You don't want us to sing, so we'll stop.
Ellie is the daughter of Dr. Scott Sullivan and Dr. Michelle Cooper.
And we've got Elle Marie Sullivan.
Ellie is a sophomore at the University of Miami.
Our next maid, she's representing the Walt Disney animated short film Flowers and Trees, part of Walt's Silly Symphonies.
Cleopatra is the daughter of Mr. and Mrs. John Garrett of New Orleans, Louisiana.
And then Ashley Elizabeth Garrett representing the silent film Cleopatra.
Look at that. These headpieces are absolutely gorgeous. That family, beyond talented, putting all the hard work in.
And they do it all in their garage. They do it all in their garage, and they do it year-round. I know they're going to take a couple of weeks off after Mardi Gras, but after that, they're already back to it.
Doesn't look like a mom and pop operation, does it?
No, it really is.
The end product.
It really is high
amazing.
And guys, here comes the Queen, Sydney Caroline Raymond, a current junior at Georgetown University of Foreign Service, majoring in science, technology, and international affairs with minors in computer science, Russian. She's minoring in computer science and Russian, my goodness, and she plans to pursue a master's in cybersecurity.
Yeah, we met this young lady yesterday during our broadcast in the morning. Joshua's out there with her and the king, who we'll meet in a minute. She's a former valedictorian at St. Mary Dominican High School. And now we have it.
What a sight.
As Endymion is known, the most handsome man, King Endymion, is entering. The most handsome man in the ball.
Is that how they pick it?
That is, yeah. They look for the most handsome. No, that isn't how they pick it.
No, it's not. Every man has a chance to be a king, and I believe this is his second year as a member. Isn't that right, Rob?
He rode 1 year as a substitute.
Yeah.
I think that was in 2018.
Wow.
And then joined last year.
Yeah.
And this year he was picked as the king.
By lottery, yeah.
And he's 23 years old, is that right?
Andrew Pittari, yes, 23 years old. And I know he was excited yesterday when he was out there at the Sam DeGraw starting ground. He's talking about, how they had to get up early, get ready for everything. So it has been a day for this young king.
Oh, yes,
Go off, young king. Go off.
We see you, King. We see you. Uh-oh, band's kicking back up. You know why? Because the floats are about to be rolling and the throws are about to be throwing. Let's put your hands together.
Papa Joe's SS Endymion.
SS Endymion.
Yeah, that was once the largest float in carnival.
Also known as the Papa Joe.
Yep.
And so, Arthur, these are they're of course the theme floats that you'll see later on in the parade, but these are the signature floats. So these are what you see every single year that you come to look for, and then you get the other treat of seeing the theme floats right now.
Right. Yep.
All right, hey, we want to take you down into the thick of it there as Endymion welcomes you to the Mardi Gras, the group yet riding in. Let's go down to Olivia and Garland, who are dodging beats.
Yeah, we are starting to dodge beats because guess what? The party's getting started here at Endymion Extravaganza. The floats are making their way into the convention center. Check it out. Welcome to the Mardi Gras, y'all.
We're going to stay in the back right now, okay? We were smart, okay? We're going to stay in the back and wait for the cut. I'm watching Matt Jewell, who we interviewed in the last segment. A lot of people texting us, a lot of people on social media. They were big fans of the interview with Matt Jewell, the 6'11" dynamo there. Who did have a college career, he told me he was at Loyola and then went to Nichols. But enough about that, okay? We're focused on the parade, and they're bombing it.
You know what I like about this, Garland? The Endymion route is about 6 miles long. Earlier, he was a former rider at Endymion. He says the crew members reload their floats right before they come inside the convention center so they can just dump throws on all of their family and friends and guests here inside the convention center.
Yeah, they're loading it up here. And by the way, Rob, and I've been listening to everything you're saying, okay? It's been a fantastic broadcast. I'm very impressed that Anchor Patrick runs 5 miles a day. So, Rob, are we going to get her in the Crush City Classic this year or what?
Yeah, I think so. Gotta do it.
So this is the title float, Silence Are Golden, the theme of Endymion this year, paying homage to silent films of old Hollywood back in the 20s. So this is the title float for the theme of this parade. It's a triple float. Look at it. Triple float. Double-decker. Beans are flying. Woo! And Frisbees. They're just unloading and all of the people down below. It's awesome.
What's so cool about this float is the title float each year, not only representing Mardi Gras with the enormous 14-foot comedy mast, but that marquee banner can change to whatever they want.
Every year.
Talk about the title. This time there's no talking because silence are golden.
I love that it gets an old Hollywood kind of film look on the marquee. It's pretty neat.
Yes.
Goes with the whole theme.
Yeah, and
Up next, we got The Mask of Zorro, a silent movie from 1920.
well, so I talked to Coach Joe Sherman, who's the head baseball coach at Delgado Community College. His baseball team has been tasked with every year they load up the floats with all the beams of all the guys riding the parade, over 3,200 riders. They start on November 2nd, loading the floats. November 2nd, he said they just finished up yesterday, loading these floats up. Coach Joe Sherman, I'm telling you, between Olivia and I, between the politics And the sports, we got this thing covered on the floor. We're working all the angles today.
You know, this is the ride that people have been waiting for all year long, not just 2024. I'm talking from 2023 early, right after last carnival season to today. They've been waiting all year long for this parade. It's 2024 here in the Convention Center. As folks are just excited to be here. It's carnival, and that's what makes it so great. The anticipation, the build-up.
It's Champizan in sports is riding for the first time this year. He posted it up on Instagram there. Somebody bowed out at the last second. They needed a rider to jump in. And sure enough, Champizan right there. Oh, look at there.
Here's the Marie Antoinette float right here. Silent movie from 1921.
You know what's cool about this silent film, Marie Antoinette, made in 1921, a German silent historical drama. Right, we all know the story of Marie Antoinette. But I like to think about this. It's a German silent film. But if it was silent, I guess it didn't really matter what language it was.
Right.
Everybody could enjoy it.
There's a nice guillotine right in the middle of the float.
Off with their heads, they say.
Let them eat
They hurl the beads. And
Well, it was let them eat cake and then off with their heads. No.
Off with their heads.
Off with
Not a meat king cake,
Yeah,
right?
it was just the one. Let them eat king cake, Arthur. I love that. Let them eat it.
I caught a bead.
What'd you catch, Liv?
Hey, Gilbert Montano, how was your run?
Oh, it was so fun. So much fun. So much fun. Thank you for being here. What an experience.
Good crowd.
The crowd was the biggest I've ever seen. I mean, I think the weather was amazing. The dynamic, the whole spirit of Mardi Gras was absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Is this your first time riding in Endymion?
No, it wasn't my first time riding, but it was definitely my best experience riding ever. So
I'd love to hear it. Good vibes, positive energy.
I mean, the city was one of the most exciting places in the world right now, and I think everybody should be envious to be in New Orleans right now, and I'm so proud to be part of it.
Yo, were you blown away by the crowds on this ride? It must have been just a cacophony of noise the entire route.
My mind is completely blown. I mean, unequivocally. I mean, to see people just smiling, every type of person in the entire world just enjoying life. I think that is exactly what the city needs, and that's what we embrace. And thank God they're safe, and we're hopeful and thankful that Mardi Gras has been successful as it has been.
Was there a moment in this parade that you were just completely blown away by everything that was happening, or it just added up the entire ride?
You know, I'm not from here, so turning onto Canal and just seeing layers and layers and layers of people just anticipating just these throws kind of blows my mind. I was riding next to the chief of police, obviously, and this was her first time, and we were both just kind of, you know, discussing like nowhere else in the world that we've ever lived can ever bring something like this mysticism, this captivation. It was like one of the most amazing experiences, so we're excited.
And Rob Krieger noticed she's got a heck of an arm.
She does. Yeah, I was a little embarrassed to throw next to her. I really was. That was an incredible arm.
Hey, glad you had a great time. It's good to see you. Enjoy the party.
You too. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Wow. Nothing but positive energy on the route. Love to hear it.
Oh, yeah, it is great to see that. Got another
Caught some beans.
coming in right here, right behind you. Y'all got to watch out.
Oh, yeah, the Prodigal Son from 1923. Check out the lights on this one.
This movie, all right. Are y'all ready for this one?
Yeah,
this silent film, one of the longest ever released in the silent film era. Estimated to be between 3 and 4 hours long.
Wow.
You had to go sit down and watch 3 to 4 hours of silent film.
Okay, and let's be clear, Rob.
The length of it in film, 18,454 feet. That made it the longest film
Well, you know what, Rob?
in commercial history in Britain.
It wasn't like you're sitting in a silent theater. They do have someone playing a piano, usually live, with the picture, but there's no.
So because of that, the Prodigal Son, not to be confused with the biblical story, of course, didn't really meet a lot of great. The critics didn't like it as much. The audience didn't like it because it was too long. Re-released in 1929, they say they greatly reduced the running time, and the crowds enjoyed it.
There we go.
That's why it's one of our silent films.
Love that. And then right behind it, float number 14, Old Man River. This beautiful float here. It's spectacular. Floats synonymous with the present city. It depicts the endless and uncaring flow of the meandering Mississippi River. That's
another one of the floats you'll see every year in Endymion. Really a beautiful one that they put together. built in 1999. And that river nymph there heralding in the rest of the parade.
Yes.
2-unit here.
And they are jamming up.
5 years ago, this float was introduced to Endymion.
And it was innovative at the time with all of the special lighting.
Look, I was going to say the lights depicting the river.
That was a brand new thing.
Like it's
and you said it's heralding in the rest of the parade. Right behind it, we got float number 15, Snow White, from 1960. Originally 1916 film before the cartoon and then before all of the newer iterations.
But this inspired Walt to create his first feature-length film.
There we go.
Snow White, the cartoon that I know many of us know and love. And so that beautiful lady on the front of the float, I don't know if you can see it. It looks like the lady with the apple, the Wicked Witch.
Yes. Who was actually the queen. The queen in disguise. To try to trick Snow White into eating the apple. Right?
Take a bite of the apple. And then, of course, one of the 7 dwarfs there, hi-hoing his way through the convention center. Along with him.
And every year, Rob, I always have to stop to acknowledge the band that keeps the party going. All these floats are coming through.
The Groovy 7.
These people have been on the route since early today.
And the Groovy 7 often plays at 7 de Gras in the morning.
Yes.
Delilah Sarantine rode with me in the Hatters on Sunday. She is a phenomenal voice.
Did she sing on the float with y'all, though?
She was on her own float.
Oh, was she
She was our Alice. She was like our queen.
Was she singing on her own float?
I think she was just throwing hats.
All right, and now you're taking a look at the float. The Man Who Laughs, float number 60.
Yes. We all remember this one, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's an American romantic drama.
From 1928. The film is an adaptation of Victor Hugo's 1869 novel of the same name and stars Mary Philbin as the blind Dia and Conrad White as Gwynplaine. Yes, Gwynplaine.
Now this film, as we herald in all of these silent films, was actually one of the earliest Universal Picture films that was able to make the transition from silent film to sound film using movie tone sound system introduced by William Fox. 1928. Having a good time.
And a lot of them are now off the floats and coming to meet their families at the tables.
Now the party has started for them, as if they haven't been partying through 6 miles.
I was going to say, since what time this morning do they leave? Probably pretty early on. Pretty early.
All right, this next one coming through. Silly Symphonies. Now this one's really cool. All right, so everybody knows Walt Disney.
Yep. People might know Disney a little bit.
You might have heard of him. Mickey Mouse guy. Now this one was 75 musical shorts that were produced by Walt Disney Production from 1929 to 1939. They're just really kind of silly movies that went along with music because they were silent films. But this actually introduced Donald Duck.
Really?
Donald Duck introduced through Silly Symphonies. And Endymion has chosen 2 of the shorts, each that were awarded Academy Awards for Best Animated Shorts, A Skeleton Dance, and Flowers and Trees to be represented on this one.
You might have, I think I may have actually seen the Skeleton Dance or snippets of it. You might be somewhat familiar with that one. I think I've seen snippets of it, but silent. And then next up, this is one that everyone waits for every single year. We talked about it earlier today. The smells that come along with it, the sights that come along with it. We're talking about float number 18, Pontchartrain Beach,
was.
This float debuted in 2013, one of the greatest achievements in the realm of float construction. $1.5 billion, 270 feet long, consists of 9 individual mechanized, basically pieces and units.
There are more people on this float than in some cruise.
Wow.
118.
Wow.
118 riders.
Just incredible.
And let's see, can you smell it? Can you smell it?
I'm sniffing. So, you heard, we talked about it before, but if you're just joining us, the Pontchartrain Beach float has this patented sit with it. Cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
Is what you get first. And then burgers with onions. Just like you'd smell if you're at Pontchartrain Beach. Ride the zipper.
I smell the burgers and onions now. Or am I just hungry? I'm not sure.
It's definitely a little bit of both. But this features all the great rides that so many people know and remember from Pontchartrain Beach, except for the Wild House and the Haunted House. Wow.
We're only seeing 5 of the floats here. I think the others may be coming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they have to break it up, right?
It's just too big to make the turn.
Just the 9 individual chassis that make up the Pontchartrain Beach.
Right.
A little long for the turn to get into the convention center.
But they'll reconnect.
Nevertheless, oh man, they are throwing. They are throwing.
And we have a whole lot more to show you right here in the convention center. We'll have it all for you when we come back to this break.
Experience the magic of Mardi Gras any time of the year. Come tour Mardi Gras World, where master artists bring carnival to life. Or bring the magic to your special event. From intimate gatherings to large parties, Mardi Gras World's River City Venues has the perfect location for your next celebration. Experience the magic. Visit MardiGrasWorld.com today.
As Louisianians, we've seen a lot of insurance companies come and go when times get tough. That's not us. Go Auto low-cost car insurance has been here all along, protecting Louisiana drivers so they can get on the road and go, explore, discover, live, and enjoy the road. We are Go Auto, Louisiana-born, Louisiana-loved. Just call, click, or come by to get a fast, free quote today.
This is a special edition of Chemical of the Month. Ethylene oxide is colorless, odorless, and one of the most dangerous substances currently produced in Louisiana. The proposed Formosa Plastics plant would be one of the state's largest emitters of ethylene oxide, which can cause cancer after long-term exposure. Neighborhoods near emission sites have 24 times the cancer risk than other communities. Scientists, advocates, and the EPA all agree ethylene oxide is not a good neighbor. For more information, visit risestjames.org.
You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Thank Plus.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Endymion Extravaganza. Meg Gatto along with Bruce Katz. We are here outside Gallier Hall live tonight. And Bruce, what a show it's been.
What a show it has been. 31 Sherlock Holmes just came by. 36 floats tonight. We have 4 bands going on. We've been out here for, over 2 hours now. Yes. And we still have about 5 floats to go. It's crazy.
I know. It takes a long time. They had a couple stops along the way. Maybe some breakdowns, we're not sure. But that's okay. Everybody's spirits are still high here, and the crowds are still relatively thick at this hour.
No doubt. Hey, it doesn't matter how late it is, right? Endymion is on the streets. They're making the turn right on Pointers from St. Charles Avenue, and they're making their way into the convention center, as you can see. Great night tonight, weather-wise, too.
Oh, absolutely. Bruce, I think you predicted this correctly.
Well, hey, someone else had...
Right?
I'll take the man on the back.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, the band behind us here playing is New Orleans Science Academy Marching Band. Maybe we can pan over and take a listen to this band, and hopefully they'll play a little something for us. All right, coming up next here behind the band, unfortunately today did not play for us, but that's okay. We've got float number 32. The Thief of Baghdad.
This is from an old movie back in 1924. And again, silent movies, basically the theme tonight, before they matched video and audio together. So the Thief of Baghdad. Look, number 32.
You know, and Bruce, the later we've been getting into this parade, the more floats that pass us by, the bigger they've become and the longer. You know, we've seen some of those tandem floats that have 5-6 units on them.
Yep.
This one, almost relatively small, with just 2 units, but it's just amazing how many riders they can fit on these floats.
They are absolutely packed on these floats.
Talking a lot about the amount of throws that they're tossing out, beads, plush toys, tons and tons of light-up items. I just think they still have an entire crowd inside the convention center that they've got to throw to once they get in there.
They still have a lot of throws. It's amazing how many throws you're seeing, yeah. And they don't have too much to go. Maybe about another mile from where we are.
All right, coming up next year, we've got Just Doing It Jazz Band. These guys have the right idea. They're riding and playing.
And they're sitting as well.
Yes, exactly.
They're sitting and enjoying it.
For the 13-mile trek. I mean, when you think about these kids in the marching bands, they're carrying that heavy equipment. 13 miles they have to walk.
That's a long, long route. Well, float number 33, A Trip to the Moon, back in 1902. And again, this is a triple tandem float. Triple tandem, that's what we've seen almost all night. So many riders, so much coming off the floats. It's just amazing.
Absolutely, and gorgeous too.
Absolutely gorgeous. So those of you at home that were not able to go to the Endymion Parade, we're bringing it to you live here. And I'll tell you what a great night. It is just absolutely beautiful. Perfect temperature. You don't have to bundle up. February could be frigid.
Oh, yeah.
This is a perfect night.
You know, it's something we've been talking a lot about tonight, Bruce. A lot of tributes tonight to the founder of Endymion, Ed Muniz.
Yes.
He passed away sadly last year, but this crew has made every attempt to recognize him, to honor him. And coincidentally, today would be Ed Muniz's birthday. So there was one of the floats in the very beginning of the parade that had a lifelike statue dedicated to Ed Muniz. It was incredible to see. And Helena Moreno, the city council president, actually had the crowd here at Gallagher Hall. She had everybody sing happy birthday to Ed Muniz earlier tonight. It was a really beautiful, touching tribute.
It really is. Dan Kelly now is the actual captain. And Dan said, I'm the captain now, but Ed will always be the captain. And he's right. 57 years of a captain, that's an amazing run. And this was all just a discussion at a table at a restaurant in New Orleans. Look 57 years later of what it's become.
I know. What he's done for this crew and for the neighborhoods that this parade rolls through, it's absolutely incredible. You're taking a live look now at float number 34, Metropolis. Here as float 34 has come to a stop here behind 33. Perhaps it might just take them a little bit of time to make the big turn down there, but I mean, you can see the crowds in this live picture we're showing you, just how excited folks are. Because after 10 o'clock at night, you've got families out here, young and old, still trying to catch everything they can.
Absolutely. It seems, Meg, that the turn on St. Charles to Poydras, there's a slowdown. I don't know if it's just a sharp turn. Yeah. Maybe so. Because remember, they haven't come to Gallery Hall in a few years. So now they're getting back into the groove of it, and now they're rolling again.
Yep. All right, behind float 34 here, we've got the United States Coast Guard Band and Ceremonial Honor Guard and Drill Team.
Give it up for the Coast Guard.
They've actually got a Coast Guard float here in this parade, but first we're hoping to hear from the Coast Guard Band.
And the parade's moving pretty well right now as the U.S. Coast Guard comes by, and it looks like we're going to hear some music from their band. Or maybe not.
You know, it's been a long night for them,
It's
too.
been a long night for them. Long night.
But you know what's nice, Bruce? The appreciation of the crowd. We had, the Coast Guard here, the Marine Corps earlier, everybody saluting them, clapping for them. I mean, just a lot of appreciation for all the people who give back to this country.
And Endymion does that, too. They support so many first responders, from police, from fire. They do so much for that community. And here is the Coast Guard float that is in many parades here in New Orleans.
All right, coming up next, this is the second to last float, number 35, Siegfried.
So this is a quad tandem, a four tandem float. Look at the size of this float. It is tremendous. How do they make those turns, man? I don't know how they make those turns.
I was thinking, to be the tractor driver, having to pull this thing and making those tight turns, I'd be so nervous.
Yeah, you've got to hit that corner perfectly.
Yes.
Look at the size of this float. Enjoy the sights and sounds. Siegfried from the 1924 movie, Silent Movies. There must be 400 or 500 riders on this tandem.
Oh, yeah, easily. And I bet these guys are so excited to get into the convention center. A lot of their family members, their loved ones, and friends are in there waiting for them.
It's a long but fun day.
Yeah.
When I rode in Bacchus, same thing. Long day, but when you see your family and friends in the convention center and you bomb them with stuff, it's just a great, great sight.
Yeah.
Everybody's rooting you on. Everybody's dressed up. As we've seen, it's beautiful.
You know, this year's King of Endymion, I think, said it best. He said something to the effect of, you don't just live this, you love it. This is
Absolutely.
something that you love, and this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Absolutely. And we're trying to get
As
by
they're
here.
throwing some cups our way here, Bruce, on the risers.
As we're
Oh, a
out
T-shirt.
here.
We got a T-shirt.
Oh, T-shirt. All right. Next mom's up here. She got a T-shirt.
She got the T-shirt.
So again, they're making the
We're
turn on
slowly,
Poitras.
slowly making their way to Poitras here. Gosh, they have a lot of throws left, Bruce.
Amazing. Jacob, do the pan of the whole as it's moving by. Look at this four tandem float. How they make, I'm telling you, I'm amazed how they make those turns. What a tremendous, beautiful float.
Fox 8 rolling over there right now. Fox 8 rolling. What the weather's gonna be?
The DJ at Gallier Hall is asking Bruce Katz what the weather is going to be tomorrow.
Give them a shout out from Gallier Hall. You gotta love it.
I know. All right, coming up next here, we've got the Navy Band on float.
Nice, let's go.
And then behind that, we're going to have the final float of the evening, Alice in Wonderland. And here comes some Navy members for the crowd. Okay, again, you're taking a live look here. This is the Navy Band riding on a float tonight.
Yeah, we're coming up, I think, on the final float. Coming up on the final float here at Gallier Hall. What a lovely night it's been.
Bruce, did you talk to the weather gods and tell them that we ordered a good night?
Hey, you know what? For Eddie Munoz, they deliver.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just...
It's fitting, isn't it?
He's looking down on this, and he is so proud. I'm so proud.
All right, here we go. This is the final float of Endymion, number 36, Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Wonderland from 1915. The original. Again, no sound, just movies.
Why don't you go to the candy world? Have a good time. Don't drink and drive. You ain't gotta go home, but you sure gotta get up out of here. We love y'all. We love y'all. Welcome to New Orleans. Let's take it to the house. You gotta go by Jacob.
The very last riders here, and they are enjoying every minute of it.
When you leave.
Because, Bruce, you said they still have about a mile to go, right?
They still have about a mile to go. They have to go down Porter's, all the way down to Porter's. Then they make their way in, basically, in the warehouse district, and then they make their way into the convention center.
All right, well, that's going to do it for us here at Gallier Hall. I'm Meg Gatto alongside Bruce Katz. Bruce, it's been a wonderful evening
We
here.
had a great night tonight. Hopefully you did as well. Now, don't go anywhere because there's a lot more of the extravaganza to come up.
Absolutely. So we're going to send it back to our colleagues Rob Krieger, Kelsey Davis, and Arthur Hardy
Hey, guys,
inside the
take it
Convention
away.
Center.
Fox 8 men's formal wear for the Endymion Extravaganza, provided by Tuxedos to Go.
I gotta do the Kick of Destiny again. What? But this time, fans can pick if I'll make or miss.
Interesting.
And right now, bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if you win.
Let's do it.
Wait, what about him? The FanDuel Kick of Destiny 2 live Super Bowl Sunday.
It's lush green fairways that end at perfectly manicured greens. It's sand, water, and lines of trees to navigate. It's the miracle of planning that combines breathtaking natural beauty with legendary course design. It's Alabama's Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail. Some say it's the best public golf on earth. Visit rtjgolf.com to plan your trip to the trail.
Louisianians deserve the best health care. That's why Elevance Health and Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Louisiana are coming together, combining local expertise with national scale and technology to keep members healthier and cost affordable. You'll keep your same great doctors and hospitals while gaining access to improved services. And providers will get capabilities that allow them to focus on what's really important, their patients. because that's where health in Louisiana can go.
This Easter weekend, take steps to keep well and have a good time. And while you're at it, step up to raise money for charity. The LCMC Health Crescent City Classic, the race for all y'all. You're watching the Endymion Parade and Extravaganza, sponsored by Beats by the Dozen, Mardi Gras World, and Bank Plus.
Welcome back to the Convention Center where they're getting down at the Endymion Extravaganza. Thousands of people grooving to Groovy 7 here as we wait for the rest of the parade to make its way into the Convention Center. Kelsey.
They just said they had to take things to the West Bank right quick.
They took it. They took it there. They took it there. They skipped the Chapatulas exit.
All right, well, we want to take things back royal for a second. Let's see if this thing is going off with Olivia and Garland.
Go off, young king.
We got King Andrew Batari dancing with us. How was the ride?
It was so much fun. Like, the weather was beautiful. Like, the rain was that they were talking about during the week gone. Ed looked down to us and gave us the best ride we could have. It was awesome. Like, it was the best experience of my life.
How wild is this right now? I mean, this is like New Orleans rap in the 90s.
Yeah.
This place is going on. You're loving it.
Oh, yeah.
You're down here with us.
Exactly. Like, this is my jam. Even though I was born in 2000, I still love the oldie music. Like, I'm an old soul at heart. This is my jam. I love it.
I gotta say, for a king, this might be the best dance moves I've ever seen of a Endymion King ever. He was like tearing it up a second ago.
Oh, yeah. I just like to have fun. That's all. And so, like, while live your life as king, it's one night only, and it's your time to shine.
Amen to that.
Yes.
Was there a moment on the road tonight that you were like, holy mackerel, this is absolutely wild?
Yes, at Gallier Hall, when Helena made me sing happy birthday to Ed, because today's his birthday. So she was like, you have to sing happy birthday. I was like, all right, I don't have the best vocal skills, so here we are. And that was the best part. It was just like being at Gallier Hall again after so many years not being there. It was just so momentous. I loved it.
It's only your second ride in Endymion, and you're king for your second ride. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and a lot of people obviously are upset, but it's the luck of the draw, and that's what Ed really wanted. That's his philosophy. Every man should be able to be king, and that's why I love this crew. The organization's amazing, and that's why I ride.
Got family and friends out here?
Oh, wait, what?
Got family and friends?
I got friends all the way from Monroe. I got friends and family from Metairie. People actually coming in from North Carolina. So it's just so much fun.
I thought you'd be worn out after this ride.
Oh, no.
And like being like chill and everything, but now you're like all of a sudden coming back in the middle.
Exactly. Like, so we were all in convention center, and we were just waiting to come in. I'm like, my adrenaline was going down, and when you come into this, you can't be tired. So I'm just like running on 8 and just having so much fun.
I'll let you get back to the party. Thanks for chatting with us. Have a fun time. We lost our lights, so it's a little dark in here now, but this is what it's like. The lights are low, the band is bumping, the people are dancing. It's a good time.
Well, I told you. Remember, I told you earlier in the broadcast. I know you've been watching. It's like mud already, and you can like slide here. You know, so it's gonna get rowdy.
Okay, go
Garland.
Garland.
Slugs is out of control down here. We're gonna be safe though, right, Olivia? All right, Rob, back to y'all up top, baby.
Get down.
Go off, Garland.
I think Tommy McDonald and Tiger is down there getting down too.
All right, looks like we have another float entering. Got a little bit of a gap there. No big deal.
It's all right because there was a dance party going on, right?
All right, next up we got float number 25 coming in. This is the Devil in the Convent from 1899. Short film directed by George
multiple floats that represent a George Eliot film, who also would eventually act.
Yeah, this unit is carrying 92 riders.
Now, what's really cool about this, and someone like me who does a lot of video editing, this was one of the very first films to use a dissolve as a transition. So in between two different.
I'm sorry, in 1899. Wow.
Yeah. One of the very first to use a dissolve in a transition. Now you can just drag and drop it onto your clips. But back then it took a lot more work to get that dissolve in there. But George,
I can only imagine because we had film, tape. I'm sure there was something else in between there, and now everything is of course digital. But in 1899 they did that, Rob Krieger. Wow.
It is incredibly impressive, almost as impressive as the throws coming off of the float there. We have we see one of our grand marshals right below us here. I know we spoke with Gilbert Montano, but we're trying to get Ann Kirkpatrick up here onto the riser to do a little interview with us after her ride. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can talk to Chief Kirkpatrick.
Oh wait, wait.
She has walked away from us. And she's had a great ride. So back again here to the parade. Okay. Again, this is the Devlin Coppin here that we're looking at. Really interesting film. 1899, representing one of the earlier silent films. They're partying, they're rocking, they're rolling, they're loving it, and this is their last chance to unload literally everything else they have.
They still have a lot of stuff on that float. But Rob, up next is one of my favorites. I'm sure you love this one.
Love this one.
Float number 26, ETV. You've probably seen this before. This float, this is the huge float. Endymion Extravaganza, or ETV, the most technically advanced float in a Mardi Gras. Massive 8x20 HD screen, and it has cameras on both sides, so you can see yourself. In the words of one of my favorites, you are the visuals, baby. That is a Beyonce quote.
Yes,
so you are.
Right. So basically, Beyonce is riding in the parade. The cool thing about this float is that it puts every single person on the route in the parade.
That's what I'm talking about. You become the visuals. You are the attraction. You are the float.
I love it. I want to give a shout out to Mel Grotsky, who just came up. He got off of the title float there from Tuxedos to Go. The man, the reason why I look so dapper tonight. If you haven't seen, we'll show you a little later.
You sure he wants credit for this, huh?
No, he does. And
no, I know Mel. Good guy.
For a lot of the amazing Tuxedos that are out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, particularly the
Wait, okay, let's see if we can see ourselves when this comes by.
We are the visuals, aren't there?
We are the visuals, baby.
Yeah. Hey.
Let's see. Hey. I'm not sure if we can see this far back.
Man, that is some TV, huh?
That really is. Might have that all over the room.
Here we go.
Endymion TV right there.
Hey.
There we are.
Hey, there we are.
I see me.
It's UTV, Arthur. It's UTV.
How about that?
He pulled out his cape. He's coming for you, Rob, with his cape.
You look good up there. Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
It feels great, man. Now, I've been gone 4.5 years, but my wife and I moved back to New Orleans in October, and this is like the first. We were here last year, but I was working. This is the first time I'm here in retirement doing some consulting, so I'm really free to enjoy myself.
Yes.
I saw Chief Kirkpatrick, man, having a good time. Police are doing a great job. Looks like everybody's having a great time.
I want to ask you this. What do you think of her throwing stuff? We were impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I mean, she was up there. Stuff was going 40, 50 feet.
Yeah.
I am impressed.
I mean, does a certain football team need to be talking to her? Is that what we need to be, a discussion we need to be having?
You might want to, yeah, they may want to put a uniform on her, you know? But look, this is so great. I can truly say I know what it means to miss New Orleans.
Oh,
because
yes.
You can't get this anywhere. And my wife and I, she's right behind me. We're so happy to be back enjoying all the festivities.
And normally when you have been here in the past, you were in full-blown work mode. How's it to come to see it on this side? How does that feel?
Well, it's a work mode, and my mind is asking me, if something happens, what do you do? But the cops are doing a great job. I see everybody. I feel totally safe. And we're just here to have a good time.
And the ride has been fantastic through the streets, all through Mid-City, into downtown. I mean, the amount of fun that's had at Mardi Gras is unmatched to the amount of work and effort that I know the NOPD goes into, and all of the surrounding agencies that come in here to ensure that our streets are safe.
So I have two guests with me.
Yeah.
I have the Deputy Commissioner in the Baltimore Police Department and the Assistant Fire Chief of the Baltimore Fire Department at my table visiting with us for New Orleans. And they can't believe what they're seeing. They can't believe that a city can actually manage and handle this and have fun at the same time. Only in New Orleans.
I mean, it really represents why so many law enforcement agencies across the country look through the NOPD for different, for techniques on how to do something half the size of this.
That's right. Well, look, let me just say, you guys look amazing.
I saw you walk up and you're checking out Rob like, come on.
Amazing. He can get away with it. You
got it. You can do it.
I'm a classical guy. I got to be very traditional and classical.
It looks great, though. The shirt has some a little different embellishments on it.
All right.
You did a little
Thank
different.
you so much.
Thank you, man.
We're so glad you're back in town. We really appreciate it.
Good to see y'all. Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras.
Happy Mardi Gras, New Orleans.
All right.
We'll see you later.
What a treat. All
right. See you later.
Go enjoy yourself, all right? No work tonight. How about that? Dear friend Michael Harrison up here on the Fox 8 Riser with us as we watch the 10 Commandments rolling into the Convention Center at 1923 by none other than Cecil B. DeMille. Are you ready for your close-up?
Oh, I am. Okay, so of course, this film is divided into two parts. A prologue, recreating the biblical story of the Exodus, and a modern story concerning two brothers and their respective views of the 10 Commandments. Of course, this one was from 1923. Most people know the epic that was recreated some years later that you see every Easter, that's played on TV every Easter.
But there's a reason why, clearly a reason why so many people love it, telling the biblical story. But on top of that, this original silent film was known for what's been called immense and stupendous scenes that actually use the Technicolor process too. One of the first times using something like that to show color. And then the parting of the Red Sea sequence in 1923. It cost them $1.5 million to make this. $1.5 million in 1923.
Oh, thank you. We're getting some light up throws. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you. I love it. All right, next we've got the...
Wait, Rob, really quickly. I'm Googling the conversion of $1.5 million. That would be...
I can't do numbers
I know, because it's late. $17.9 million. Nearly $18 million for one scene.
This next one we have coming in, and I don't know, Kelsey, if we can do it together, because I'd really like to sing it together.
One, the Phantom of the Opera.
It's here in the Convention Center.
Don't give up your day job.
This is my day job.
Another beautiful song.
Oh, man. So the Phantom of the Opera is a silent film in 1925. It was an adaptation of Gaston Leroux's 1910 novel, Le Fantôme de l'Opéra. And what was really cool about this one, too, Kelsey and Arthur, is that they kept the makeup of the monster, of the Phantom. They kept it a secret, a studio secret, until the release. Yep. So there was no leaks, no Twitter, no Facebook about it until it aired on the silver screen.
All right, and while this flow passes, we have a little bit of a break, Rob. I'm going to shout out some people who are watching from all over. Got a lot of local viewers. We got Louis Zink watching from Bay St. Louis. We got Renee Leray from Boutique. We got Monica Villian from Roast Beef. We got Lori Worthy from Mandeville.
Hey, Lori.
Christina Lewis in Slidell. Chantel Nessa in New Orleans. Kimberly Rout in Metairie. Oh, we got, I love this one, Lyle Williams. He says he's watching from the exotic locale of Luling.
Oh, yes, I've heard of it. I've heard of it. Beautiful views of the river, I believe.
We got the Knox family in Ohio. Hey, Knox family. And we got Nancy Young watching from Columbus, along with family from Denver, Colorado, New Orleans, and Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah, we've had people watching from as far away as India today.
Yeah, today we have?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
And don't forget Mandeville.
And I know our friend Blake from Tuxedos to Go watching at home right now just gave me a shout out. He said he loves the pink.
It does look pretty great. You know what else I love? Colin Baton Rouge.
Yes, indeed.